Hello, Life Garrett here, and I want to take this opportunity to personally welcome you to my fan club. Going into the music business is really exciting for me, and I'm really learning a lot about it. Just for you, I'll have a secret message. Just for you, I'll have a secret message. Hello, goodbye, hello, just for you, I'll have a secret message. Hello, goodbye, just for you, I'll have a secret message. Hello, goodbye, just for you, I'll have a secret message. Hello, goodbye, just for you, I'll have a secret message. Hello, goodbye. We all need some of that. I've always liked cars. I've always liked cars. I've always liked cars. I've always liked cars. I've always That especially makes my mom happy. Let's go. Especially makes my mom happy. Let's go. Especially makes my mom happy. Especially with my mom happy. Especially with my mom happy. See you later.
All right. Hello. Hello. It's Thursday. Hello. I'm a clown. So, here we are. Let's see. Who was first? Meme was first. Meme lore. How are you? Okay, so let's talk about this real quick. The Dickies mask. The Dickies Killer Clowns mask, okay? It's great. It's even good after the pandemic. You want to wear this all the time, no matter if there's a disease or not. You just want to wear this. It's got the face from the Dickies Killer Clowns EP right here. 1988 release. So that is what the mask is based on right there, as you can see. And it's got the Killer Clowns logo over here and the Dickies logo over here. And it's much easier to talk without this on. Oh, geez. See if we can get it off. Okay. So these were just released today on the Dickies.com. They're only up for pre-order right now. But what I wanted to mention to you all is that I have a few prototypes of these, mostly in size large, which is the middle size. There's 3 sizes you can get. And like I said, most of them are on pre-order right now, which means I'm taking orders. When I get the orders in, I will then reach out to people about shipping costs and send them out. But for my viewers tonight, if you want one of these, it's $14.99 plus whatever shipping is to your address. Send me an email or something and let me know what size you want. And I have probably 5 or 6 size larges that I can ship out soon. Maybe one size small and maybe one size extra large. Mostly the medium size. And I'm just going to put this link in the chat real quick. This is where you get your Dickies masks. I'm going to put this in right now. Now that's if you just want to order them regular pre-order and wait for them to be shipped. But if you want, but you can get information there. You can go to the site and you can see all the photos and stuff. So let me know. I do have a handful that could ship real soon, like in the next day or two. That said, moving right along, we hold on. Let me put this Dickies record somewhere where I'm not going to damage it. Okay. Now, something I have to mention before I catch up on the chat is that. Hold on. Whoopsie, I forgot to mute it. Okay. So what else is happening is that, hey, let me just say hi to everybody. Meme, hello. Zeb, what's up? Sorry for mispronouncing your name Zed in my contest reminder video. I don't know what I was thinking. It was written right on the paper. I just said it wrong. I don't know. It happens when the camera turns on, your mind starts to click off in a lot of ways. John Lazaro, hello. Sophia, of course. How are you? Thank you so much, Sophia, for dropping in. I know you're busy tonight. I really appreciate you being here, at least for a little while. Tim Nolan, hello, my friend. Good to see you here. Monsieur Hair. Good afternoon to you. Abnorm, great to see you as usual. Ryan Kidd, what is up, my punk rock little friend there? Ken, Cassette Clown. That's a nice, I like Cassette Clown. That's a good name for a band. Let's get rowdy in this joint. That's right. Ryan Kidd, the Dickies. I love the Dickies. They're like my second favorite band. So here we go. You got the Killer Clowns. Hold on. Let me switch my view here. This is I got to go back between StreamYard and YouTube all the time. Okay. So there's the Killer Clowns logo there on that side and the Dickies logo on that side. Fully sublimated mask. Like not screen printed, but sublimated into this cool, kind of like a silky, like runner shirt kind of fabric. Anyway, super sweet. It's taken us a long time to get those made. The first batch that got made, the printer kind of messed them up. So we had to get a whole another batch of prototypes made. So anyway, they're all good now. We're all good on the mask front. Hold on. Let me catch up. Then I'll tell you some other things. Oh, Sophia's been listening to Tizzy. Awesome. Tizzy, come on. I don't need to tell you guys how I've been loving on Tizzy in my videos lately. I just got a message from Tizzy. And by the way, Tizzy is a rock and roll band, a punk rock band from Raleigh, North Carolina. When I saw their first show in October 2019, they were all girl band. And I think they still are. And so they did their first show in October 2019. They were going to release their demo shortly after that. Of course, the pandemic had other plans. And they just released their demo a month or so ago. Limited edition 100 of the first cassette. I don't know if they're going to do more. I would hope so. But a lot of my friends here bought them. And yeah, I love it. It's only 5 or 6 songs or something. But man, it's really good. I dig it. Jason Lindsay, nice to see you. Grease Paint, what is up? Grease Paint and Monkey Brains. Not just one or the other. It's both. John Lazaro, okay, do me a favor. Anybody who really wants the Killer Clowns Dickies mask, email me. The first 5 people that want the medium size large, that email me. I will reserve the prototypes for you. They look really cool. They feel really cool. Let me make sure I didn't. The unofficial Chris Bliss. What is up? If it were real punk rock, there'd be a hole to stick your tongue through. No, that's your job. You got to make the hole because I don't know where your tongue is. So you got to make the hole. You got to be punk. Punk is DIY. You got to do your own hole. You got to do your own hole in the punk rock world. You know what I mean? Let's see who else. I got to catch up here. I'm sorry. I'm behind in the chat again. Jeffrey Hahn, what's happening? Yes, I have seen your name fairly recently, and I can't remember where. But yes, I've seen you recently, my friend. Tom C42, my friend Wayne is here. Hello, everybody. Okay, so here's the deal. Tonight, we have severe thunderstorm warnings, which could bring tornadoes. And that's supposed to happen like any time now, like between now and 8. The last time I looked at my weather app, it was saying there's a chance of some pretty heavy duty storms rolling through here. So in the interest of cramming as much as I can into this stream before either the power goes out or I'm dead or whatever, I'm just going to go ahead and get through some things that I want to do for you, that I want to show you and talk about. And then we'll just kind of go and start chatting with you guys. First of all, this is something I always have to do. I like to say what the music was for the intro. The music, as usual, is this old band of mine called the Silica Gel. We put this album out in 1993. It's called 50 Noisy Children Party. You might be able to see that there, 50 Noisy Children Party. And let's see if I can really get it to focus. There we go. Anyway, this came out in 1993. It's industrial noise, tape loops, beats, samples, that kind of stuff. So there's that. And now I've got some mail to open. And let me just mention that my friend Andy Freeburn, who lives here in Raleigh, I've actually basically known of Andy for decades. We were never really friends, I guess, but just recently, after decades of kind of knowing who each other were, now we're hanging out. So that's how things go sometimes. And he is so sweet. He bought me this cassette shirt. Wait, let me show you. Let me get close. Look at all those cassettes. He bought me this shirt. Sweet old Andy Freeburn. Thank you. And also, Andy left this in my mailbox the other day. I don't know what it is, but I've got 2 other things to open for you guys too. Okay. These are all mysteries. I have no idea what's in any of this stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one right now. Look, it's got a Wonder Woman. Whoop. It's got a Wonder Woman bandage on it, you know, and then he makes a reference to my band Crapper Keeper. Right there in small type, it says Chewbacca is still living an alternative lifestyle in the small text that goes across there. And that refers to a Crapper Keeper song that we did back in the early to mid 90s called Chewbacca is Gay. It was kind of Crapper Keeper's hit if we were to have any hits. But yeah, this is great. This was in my mailbox. I guess he dropped it in there while walking by. He often takes walks through the neighborhood, right? So we're going to open this up. I don't know what's in here. Okay, here we go. Okay. Here we go. Oh! Something bit me! This is great. Look at this. I got a button that says, I love Andy Freeburn. This is sweet. Oh my God. Great stuff there. I got an Andy Freeburn pen and a cassette shirt. I'm hooked up, you guys. I'm going to heaven. I don't know where you guys are going, but I got my Andy Freeburn button. So I'm going to heaven, y'all. Okay, so next up is this thing. Now the way this address is written out, see how it has a little hat and glasses for me? Hat and glasses, Pilmer. Well, I think I got another thing from this person with that same insignia, and I think this is Peter Graves. And I don't know if Peter Graves is here, but I think my friend and subscriber, Peter Graves, I think he sent this. So let's just go ahead and open it. I have no idea what it is. And maybe it'll bite me. I don't know. Let's see. What the heck? Oh my goodness! Okay, this is such a random thing. Okay, what this is a bunch of George Bush stamps. Okay, now why would I want George Bush stamps, right? Well, I'll tell you why. Because many years ago, I don't know, 15 years ago, I designed a little rubber stamp for the band Devo that said, there was a little speech bubble and it said, "We're all Devo" in it. And it was designed to stamp next to postage stamps on your envelopes so that you can make whoever was on the stamp saying whatever. And I also did one of those rubber stamps that say, "I threw up," like my I threw up sticker project that I've been doing for over 20 years. If you wanted to know more about that, you can go to ithrewup.com. But anyway, yeah, I always look for stickers or stamps with people's faces on them, especially people like, President Bush here. So I can put them on my bills or mail art that I send people or whatever, so I can make them rubber stamp and say something. So that's really cool. And these are, these aren't easy to find anymore. These George Bush ones, they've been out for a while. So I appreciate this, Peter Graves, assuming you're the one that sent this. Those will get used, and every one of those George Bushes will be saying either I threw up or we're all Devo. And I can promise you that. Okay, so one more package, all right? Let me throw all this stuff down there. Got my Andy Freeburn button, ticket to heaven. And now this, total mystery. I don't know who it's from. It's addressed to Devo-Obsesso, Michael Pilmer. I don't know what it is, but I guess we're gonna dig in. We're gonna dig in here, guys, and then we'll get to talking. I just wanted to get all this stuff out of the way in case something weather-wise happens and makes me have to go. All right, here we go. Man, this thing is taped good. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Why? Oh, there we go. Okay. What is it? The heck is it? It's a lot of stuff in here. What the heck? All right, well, let's take it piece by piece here. There's this. I don't know what this is. I'm really excited about this. I don't know what it is. It looks like a black t-shirt, which I'm really into black t-shirts. Oh my goodness. I know what this is. This is from Abnorm. This is a Skinny Puppy 1992 tour shirt for the Last Rites tour. Wow. Dig it. Look at that. That rules. I'm a big fan of Skinny Puppy and the Devil, who's on the front. And I think I may have even seen this tour. I can't remember. I've seen Skinny Puppy so many times over the decades. Wow, this is cool. Okay, so there's other stuff in the box that I believe Abnorm sent me, which is so cool. All right, look at this. Oh, these are great. Check these out. Specimen bags. Biohazard specimen bags. Look at that. Man, that's really cool. Oh, I could use those for stuff. Believe me, I could use those for stuff. Okay. More stuff coming out of this. What the heck? What is this? It's got cats on it. Are they stickers? What are they? I think they're little cat stickers for your calendar or something. That's pretty cool. I like cats. All right, here's this. Illuminato. Maybe a band. Illuminato. Maybe an Illuminati reference. Nice sticker. Oh, these stickers are prime. Look at those. J.R. Bob Dobbs of the Church of the Subgenius. Those will look good with some I Threw Up stickers. Man, those are high quality. I dig those. What year were these made? Doesn't say. Well, fairly recently because there's a website on it. So that's pretty cool. I don't have any of those, and that's really great. What else is in here? Look at this postcard with teeth on it. People send me the weirdest stuff. I love it. Okay. Here's something weird. It's the Baby Food Festival. What the hell? Baby Food Festival. That sounds like I would be in hell if I was at this. If anybody wanted to punish me for my sins, they could send me to the Baby Food Festival. That would be worse than hell. Wow. I'm going to keep that as a reminder of where I don't want to go. And then the last thing here. It's a pic. Is that Abnorm? I think these are little baby pictures of Abnorm. I think those are little baby pictures of our buddy Abnorm, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm not sure. Look. Enjoy, question mark. Your pal Abnorm. I don't know what's on here, but I'm going to check it out. And are those pictures of you, Abnorm? All right, now let me get to the chat and see what I've missed while I was opening up my Christmas gifts. You guys are so nice. You send such cool, weird stuff. And speaking of cool, weird stuff that people send me, another friend of mine here, Max Mars, he's a subscriber and he pops up in the chat. I don't know if he's here yet because I've lost track of the chat, but I will get back to that. Anyway, Max Mars has been doing some purging of his belongings, and he sent me a box that I got a couple days ago. I did an unboxing of it. I'll post that tomorrow morning, and he's got 2 more boxes, I think, coming to me, which I'm very excited about. So that will all be shared with you as soon as possible. Are we not men, Ryan Kidd? We are Devo. We're all Devo. Okay, so let me scroll back here. Okay. Meme Lore's doing okay. Let's see. Mask looks so real. I've been listening to a lot of that tizzy. Okay, so we saw that. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm just catching up on things here, guys. Yeah. It's good to see everybody in here. I'm trying to look for people who haven't said hi to yet. Hop Frog, what's happening? Glad to see you here. You're probably at work. Great video. Hop Frog just did a great video on his channel about a record that's very important to him and that changed his life. And you should go check it out. It's a really kind of deep, meaningful story about this record. And I'm not going to tell you what the record is. The record is also one that's very important to me since I was a kid. So I would go over to I Am Hop Frog's channel and check that out. He's got some great stuff he's been doing lately, and I like him. Zeb says, listen to Silica Gel today. Oh, the Residents tribute album. Yeah, I always forget that we were on that Residents tribute album. That was back in the late 90s, early 2000s, something like that, when that came out. Cool. Well, thanks for listening to that, Zeb. CK has always got a lot of questions for me. Okay, so I'm going to try to rattle off some answers here. My favorite Cars album, Shake It Up. My favorite Rat album, the first 2 are pretty similar. I'll just go with the first one. Not the first 2, but the first 2 big ones, Out of the Cellar and Invasion of Your Privacy. I'll go with Out of the Cellar just because, but those 2 albums are so similar to me that I love them both equally, actually. Favorite Rush album? Oh, I don't know. Moving Pictures or Power Windows I like off the top of my head. Is that a functional cassette shirt? Well, I hope so. I have to do some... Nope, I don't know. I don't think they work. Favorite Blondie album? Oh man, that's a hard one. I like Parallel Lines a lot, but every Blondie album is good, and every Blondie album sounds a little different, which I like about bands. It's kind of like with Devo. Every album sounds a little different or a lot different than the one before. Yeah, Wear It With Pride for sure. Okay, so I'm trying to catch up. I am so sorry. Let's see, those stamps. Yeah, Ryan, rubber stamps. I'm totally into that kind of thing where it's like, it's kind of like it's art that needs a host. It's like parasitic art, like the I Threw Up sticker and the rubber stamp speech bubbles. They need a host to come off of them. They just can't exist on their own, right? So I kind of like that idea with graffiti art. UFO Bigfoot. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Now, UFO Bigfoot, you expressed interest in getting a mask, in one of these Dickies masks. I think you commented on a video of mine. If you email me, my email is listed on my About page and on my YouTube channel, or if you just search my name online, you'll find my email, I'm sure. I've got a very limited amount of these prototypes that I can ship immediately. They're $15, $14.99, whatever, plus shipping. I will not. I'll figure out shipping based on your mailing address. So get in touch, UFO Bigfoot. I told people like the first 5 people or whatever that want the size large, the middle size, would get them. Go to thedickies.com for more information, more imagery, and all that stuff. And there's measurements for all the sizes. Chick Eastwater, what is up? Oh, you don't like Rat, Chick Eastwater? Oh, I'm so into Rat. Love Rat. Every album I've heard is great. And I've just been discovering some of their newer ones as of late. Let's see here. I noticed those 2 plastic meat bones. Those aren't bones. That's got meat on it. These are straight up chicken legs or something. See? Plastic chicken legs. I like plastic food, especially if it's meat and it's realistic looking. I kind of collect plastic food. A former girlfriend and really close friend of mine named Diana kind of got me into that thing years ago. Plastic food thing. She's got an awesome collection of, but yeah, what is the baby food festival? That's what I was asking, Ryan. And I'm sorry, I'm a little bit behind in the chat. You guys are really blowing it up in there. And, Illuminatus, Mark Dancy, Abnorm says. Mark Dancy is the artist that put out Illuminato. And yes, I'm very familiar with his art in Motor Booty magazine. I used to get Motor Booty all the time. I've still got issues of Motor Booty right down there below my stereo. Yeah, a little extra weird, Chickies, right? I'll tell you what. I'd buy the record if I bought Ryan Kidd. This is a great one. Oh, I see. Look at this. I'm not in the StreamYard. I'm in the other one. Oh, fudge it. All right. I was going to put your comment on the screen, Ryan, but I'm just trying to catch up with everything right now. Let's see. Yeah, but I would buy a record if it was called Baby Food Festival. Hey, Ryan, maybe you, me, Jason, we could start a little punk band called Baby Food Festival. That would be great. And we can use parts of that flyer for the cover, and we should just release it on cassette, right? Okay, so yeah, I had Hot Frog says he had a crush on Joan Jett, me too, and Jane Whelan, and Terry Nunn, Cyndi Lauper. A lot of people I had crush on back then when I was a teenager. You know, Warren DiMartino, yeah, he's in Missing Persons, Duran Duran, right? Is that who we're talking about? I think that's who we're talking about. Wait, Warren, wait a second. Am I getting him confused with somebody else? Anyway, Fred Holland's got his first cootie shot. Great. Wendy O. Williams, awesome. Okay, Gerber's Delight. Or, like, you know, a more punky title. Maybe not delight is the word, but, you know, Gerber's Revolution or Gerber's on Fire. I don't know. Choking babies with Gerbers. Choking on Gerbers. Choking on Gerbers. Is that how you pronounce it? Gerbers or Gerbers? I don't have kids, so I have no idea how to pronounce the baby food. But choking on Gerbers, that might be good. Meme Lore has a crush on Bob One. Awesome. A lot of people do. Oh, he's lead guitar for Rat. That's right, CK. I knew his name from somewhere. Right. Okay, Rat. Gerber's Regurgitated. That's kind of like a death metal. That if the band was death metal, it would be Gerber's Regurgitated, I guess. All right. So anyway, I caught up on the chat. Now I'm going back to StreamYard so I can post your comments. And okay, cool. We'll just put Gerber's Regurgitated up there for right. Oh wait, now a new thing came up. Need babies in a cigar lounge sampling the baby food. Yes, I agree. Do you enjoy hair metal? Yes. Cinderella, not all of it, mind you, but a lot of it. I like Cinderella. I guess I consider Rat kind of hair metal. There's other ones, just can't think of them right now. But yeah, I do enjoy hair metal for sure. Pureed peas and Pampers. You know too much about babies, Tim. You know too much. CK, I enjoy some Foo Fighters. I'm not very knowledgeable about them. I don't own any of their music, but I did like a few of their hit songs, a couple of them. The one where they're in the plane, you know, they're all on the plane and they're in drag or something. I like that one. That was a good pop song. You know, the guy from the Germs who's in the Foo Fighters. What's his name? I can't think of it right now. I can never think of anything when I'm talking to you guys because I'm trying to pay attention to too many things. So when I go into my brain to try to recall somebody's name or a band or an album, I just draw blanks all the time. I don't enjoy Tool, CK. Nope, not a Tool fan. All right, so what else do we got? I have, Ian Shannon's here. Pat Smear, that's right, UFO Bigfoot. Pat Smear of the Germs and of Foo Fighters. I had a great experience with him once. I probably told this story before, but anyway, we were, there's a club in town, used to be a club in town called the Brewery. And it was where all the punk rock bands played and all the small bands. And I saw so many bands there, Bad Brains, Fishbone, goes on and on. Lots of bands there. And so one day I was going by the brewery to talk to a friend of mine who ran sound there or something. I forget what we were talking about. Maybe he was helping my band record something or whatever. So I just kind of stopped in early on in the day to ask him a quick question. Well, there just so happened to be a band there, an all-girl band. I can't remember what they were called, but they were part of some TV show, like a Battle of the Bands TV show. And Pat Smear was their manager. And so the girls were on stage doing a sound check or something, and Pat Smear was walking around, and I was kind of just standing back by the soundboard. And one thing led to another, and me and Pat Smear had a cigarette in the car, and we talked about all kinds of great stuff, punk rock, and had a nice 15, 20-minute conversation in my car, which was great. Really nice guy. That's all I know about Foo Fighters, but I do like some of their stuff. Michael Pilmer, have you seen the Sound City documentary? No, I have not, but I've heard of it. I've heard that title, and I know it's been recommended to me, but I don't think I've seen it. A lot of questions coming in here. How about XTC? Yeah, I love XTC. In fact, I just got an XTC tape that I never had, but it's in the video I'm going to post soon, so I'm going to wait to tell you about that. But yeah, I love XTC. I think I discovered XTC with the Dear God album, if I'm not mistaken. And then, of course, I discovered their back catalog, which is great. Where do you sit with Rush? CK says, I love Rush. I like a lot of Rush. I like their new stuff, old stuff. Their very, very, very first stuff is a little, I don't listen to that as much, like the very first one or two records. When they started getting more pop, I guess, I like them. But I like a lot of Rush. You can consider me a Rush fan for sure. Pat Smear was in Nirvana. Yep. And also the Germs and the Foo Fighters. That's right. Oh, wait, he was in Nirvana too? Pat Smear wasn't in Nirvana, was he? God, I don't know stuff. I only know a few things, and that's not one of them. I need to get my wine because I poured it, and then I never drank it because I had that mask on. All right, cheers, everybody. Thanks for being here. No signs of storm yet. Looks like it's pretty calm outside. I've got the windows open. It's about 70 degrees outside, I think, if not warmer. We're just waiting for something to go down. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, Charlie, come hang out. I am going to, Subdivisions. UFO Bigfoot, Subdivisions. Great song. Love that song. Crazy. Man, everybody's talking. He was a touring member of Nirvana. Okay, I didn't know that. I don't know much about Nirvana either, actually, to tell you the truth. So I never really was a Nirvana fan per se, because when they were coming out, I was kind of off into another realm of weird music at that point. But I do like some Nirvana songs, and they do a Devo cover on one of their records, so that can't be bad. It's called Turn Around, in case you're interested. Turn Around was the B-side of Whip It, when Whip It came out in the U.S. Wow, Hop Frog says he heard Pat Smear was in 45 Grave for a short time. Wow, I didn't know that. I like 45 Grave. Wow. The tornadoes all over? All over? Oh, yeah. Tornadoes are everywhere, right now. I see them on the news a lot. Thanks to everybody for being here. Oh, let me mention this. Sophia, are you still here? I want to mention something. Now, last time I was showing you guys some stuff I found at the flea market or thrift stores. I showed this. And it's a Boy George album. It's a Boy George album called Cheapness and Beauty. If you can see that. Where's the light? Anyway, Cheapness and Beauty. I think this came out in 95. And I just bought it because it was really, really cheap. And I thought somebody would, some Boy George fan would want it. It's really great shape. I play tested it today, and I didn't even really know what to expect, because all I really know of Boy George is like Culture Club, which, I like some Culture Club, I guess, but I don't own any Culture Club. So I listened to this, and again, it's called Cheapness and Beauty. And I think cheapness is one side, beauty is the other side, if I'm not mistaken. That's just my guess, because when I listen to the first side, it's really great. It's like glam rock, a little punk, lots of guitars, really rocking the first side, in my opinion. And I was shocked at how I liked it. Now, the other side is a little more low key, hence the, maybe beauty. Like cheapness is the cheap rock and roll side. Beauty is kind of a more laid back, lovey-dovey song kind of side. I don't know, but I was impressed with the first side of this. I'm still going to sell it on eBay, but I didn't really know what to expect from Boy George, but I kind of dug it. Kind of glammy rock stuff, punk rock stuff. Belinda Carlisle was a drummer in the Germs for a minute. And I think back then, or maybe when she was in school, I heard from somebody that I know that knew her back then that they called her Belimpa. That was her nickname. Maybe because she was a little heavy set. I don't know, but that's what I heard. That's what I heard. Boy George is your hero, unofficial Chris Bliss. That's nice. Good thing he survived heroin. We can all be happy about that. Boy George used to be Martin Degville's roommate. Martin Degville sings for the synth punk band Zig Zig Sputnik. They were roomies. And there's some debate on whether Boy George stole some of his fashion from Martin Degville or the other way around. I'm not sure. Martin Degville was quite a character, still is, but quite a character back then as far as how he looked. Really flamboyant. So good to hear that they were roommates. Thoughts on Subdivisions? CK asked me my thoughts on Subdivisions. I love that song. What record is that from? Is the record called Subdivisions, or is the record called something else? I think the record's called Subdivisions, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so let me get this thing in the chat here. This is the invite for people to come on screen if they wanna. If you really have to be in avatar mode, you can, but I prefer people to be on screen so I can see them and talk to them. So there is the on-screen chat invite for anybody who wants to pop in. Now, let me just preface this by saying that once 3 or 4 people get in here talking to me, anybody else that shows up after that, it's kind of a weird, if I can explain it to you. When I'm looking at the StreamYard's window, the what do you call it, dashboard or whatever, and when somebody comes in to chat, they pop up in what's called the backstage, which is under the main video screen where my image is. Underneath me, they pop up down there. Now, after the first line of that backstage is full up with people in the chat, it starts to populate under them, and it's hard for me to see because I have to physically scroll down and see who's down there. So if there's 3 or 4 people on the screen and you're waiting backstage and I don't see you, just let somebody in the chat know you're waiting, and somebody will get my attention and I'll scroll down and get you. But it's just a bad habit I have of just not looking down there and noticing people are there waiting. So, Sophia has a good question. Michael Pilmer, thoughts on Hazy Fantasy? I love them. I don't have a lot of their stuff. I probably have maybe one single. I might have the album on cassette. I don't know, but I remember liking them. And they kind of had this interesting fashion sense, kind of like a Dickies Midnight Runners kind of look to them a little bit. Signals, that's what it's called. Signals, chick. I love that record. It's that one, Moving Pictures, Power Windows, Signals, Moving Pictures, and Power Windows. I really like those 3 albums a ton, and I'm going to probably have to listen to those tomorrow. Thank you, Chick Eastwater, for putting that in my brain. CK says, when will large-scale touring begin? Your guess is as good as almost mine. I've been talking to people in the industry, tour managers and such, and nobody really knows, but I think people are going to start taking baby steps. Now, the thing you have to remember is about touring, the question isn't just when are people going to be allowed to gather again. It's way more than that. You see, like bands like Carcass, bands with that size audience are playing venues that are smaller. You know, they're like if you're from Raleigh, a couple of venues that fit that bill are the Ritz or the Lincoln Theater. There's a place called the Maywood that just shut down recently. Anyway, the bands that tour in places that size, you know, their concern right now is they won't have any venues to play. Even if society kind of opens up again, a lot of those venues are not going to survive this or haven't survived this. So now the bands that are playing bigger things like outdoor festivals and big arenas, I think they have more of a chance of starting up again because the venues are still around. But that's the only thing, right? So you have to keep that in mind. Frizzle Fry. I know that's a band that I don't think I like that band, but I know that title. I want to say it's like, that kind of math rocky band oh man, what were they called? Oh boy, I know what that is, Abnorm. I just don't know what it is. You know what I mean? Hey, Monsieur is here. And I can't pronounce that right. I'm sorry. But he's here and he's going to chat with us, I guess. You ready? He gave me the thumbs up. All right, here we go.
Okay, sure. Hi. Pilmer. How's it going?
What's that? What's your shirt say?
It's the Musical Box. It's the Genesis tribute band I saw.
Oh, I knew I'd seen that somewhere.
Yeah, it was the last concert I saw before COVID. So.
That's interesting.
It's more in Montclair, I think, because I'm in California.
What part of California are you in?
Southern California.
Yeah.
About an hour from LA. So whenever I want to go see concerts, go up to LA.
The world is your oyster out there.
I suppose it is.
Primus, that's what it was. Frizzle Fry.
Yeah,
I never was a big Primus fan, but
yeah.
But I appreciate their talent and their weirdness.
Yeah, for sure. I do like Primus a lot.
Yeah, a lot of people do. I don't know why I never got into it. I don't know. Something like I never was into like math rock kind of stuff where it's really, really kind of, I don't know, intricate to a point that I just don't like it anymore. I don't know. It's just too mathy for me or something.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
I don't know why. I don't know why I never got into them. Hey, now Vincenzo Bartone is now backstage. I'm going to wait for his image to come up. He is a longtime Devo fan who I've met at devotionals in the past. Okay, Vincenzo, as soon as you get your stuff together, give me a thumbs up in your video and I'll know to bring you on. So, Riley, how did you find this channel? How do I know you? Have we met?
No, I don't believe so, because I know like Joanne, because I'm in the Devo Discord server, the Club Devo.
Oh, that's where we probably. Okay, great.
And I've been in the chat once as Monsieur Hair.
Under the same name.
Yeah.
How do you pronounce that?
That's Monsieur Hair. I thought it was pretty cheeky, I thought, because it's the French word for Mr. and the German word for Mr.
Oh, you're just like a couple of misters. Okay, Vincenzo.
Two entire misters.
Yeah, Vincenzo is ready. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this, and then we're going to bring him on. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Mike. How's it going?
How are you? It's been a long time. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Everything's good. There's no delay.
Oh, good. That's my biggest concern before I hopped in on here.
Yeah, no, that's all good. So, all right, tell me, guys. I like to ask people like this all the time. What's the most recent music purchase you've made?
Ooh.
What do you mean by that?
Well, like, I really want to hear about physical media. Like if you've bought any records, tapes, CDs lately.
Oh,
yeah. I have a story about this, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. This Sunday, I bought this bizarro Iggy Pop record from 1982 called Zombie Birdhouse.
Oh, yeah?
It was reissued, I think, 2019, a couple years ago. Produced by Chris Stein from Blondie.
Okay.
I love that record to death because it's just so strange, and it's not your mama's Lust for Life, for sure. But I ordered it off Amazon on Sunday, and come Tuesday, what did I get but a Bob Marley record? It's a Bob Marley compilation record.
What?
So I guess I got the wrong order, I suppose. But so someone out there in my area, presumably, or somewhere else, I don't even. Someone has "Zombie Birdhouse" by Iggy Pop.
Oh, so how are you going to work that out? Are you going to
I
finally?
mean, I've filed a, I've yelled at the Amazon clouds,
Yeah.
so they're going to be like, "Oh, okay." So
That's
I
cool.
should get the actual record on Sunday.
I'm sure it'll work out. Hey, we're going to welcome somebody else in here. This guy is in the vinyl community. He is a punk rocker, as they say. His name is Ryan. I've just met him recently in the YouTube world, and we're going to add him on right now. Boom.
Hey, cheers, man.
Cheers
Hello,
to you.
hello.
I got my little
How's it going? Hey, you guys.
fancy wine here.
Hey, before I say anything, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah.
All right, I had some problems the last stream I did. But
No,
hey,
you're
man,
good.
thanks for letting me on. Michael, I just wanted to say, as a smaller channel just starting out, you know, you popped on Low Noise Jason Skills channel last week,
Mhm.
and your endorsement, man, it's a lot, man. It means a lot to us. So thanks,
Oh.
dude. You guys like you and Vinyl Richie, man, that's killer.
Oh, that's cool. Well, I appreciate that, but you don't need to thank me because I just like meeting cool people. And you know, like I said before, I didn't discover the vinyl community until maybe a few months ago, maybe a year ago, when this girl named Vinyl Guru came into my chat, or she commented on a video of mine, and so I went to see her page, and her page was linked up with a bunch of other vinyl people's pages, and so then that just opened up a whole world of music nerds that I never met before. So it's really cool to meet you and to hang out in this virtual world.
Yeah, dude, I'm trying to find out where the punks hang out.
Well, have you seen that guy? There's a new channel out, and I think he only has like 4 subscribers right now, but he's really funny. He's called Punk Points, and he has this like this game show. He wears a hockey mask with sunglasses, and I'm trying to like join his little game show at some point this weekend. I guess he just wants you to post a video and answer questions about punk or something. He's pretty like disconnected as far as like his videos. They're all over the place, like ADHD kind of stuff. But it's funny, and I've been watching his. I think he only has 2 videos up right now, but.
Yeah, he commented on one of my videos, and dude, I'll do the game. I don't care, whatever, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to do the game because he's not very clear in his rules. But you know, that's part of the punk rock ethos, I guess. So I'm just going to go over there, and I'm going to make a video at some point, hopefully this weekend, and tag him in it or whatever, and see if I did everything right. I have no idea. But basically,
We'll figure it out though.
Yeah, you gain these points with him. Like if you get the way he describes it, if you get 5 points. And you can get those points by like hipping him to a punk band he's not familiar with, or you know, answering a question about identifying a punk rock song, or telling him a great punk rock story. So you get points, and then when you get 5 points, as I understand it, he sends you a record of some kind. That's how I understand it. But
That's cool.
We'll
Yeah, I'd be into it.
Yeah. So all right. So who's got a lot of background noise?
I don't have a dog.
Oh, hold on. That might actually be me because my ceiling fan's on.
You're hearing anything barking?
Yeah. Something going on.
That's ignore them. Those are my mom's dogs. They bark at anybody they see out the window. Literally, you could just be a mailman and they can just bark away.
I just wanted to make sure I knew where it was coming from, because if it was coming from my pants, I was going to be worried. So Ryan, you did Ryan Kidd did this video recently where he went through 100 of his top punk rock records, and they're all from the 70s, right?
Yeah, it was the top 100 punk records of the 1970s.
Wow, that's a lot of 1970s punk for you to have. That's great. I mean, I got through. I think I was able to watch about half of it before I had to go back to work, but I'm going to go watch the rest of it and check it out. It's very, very cool that you were able to do this long of a video too.
Yeah, dude, listen, man, I understand if you can't watch it. It's a friggin' marathon, dude. It's like an hour and 11 minutes. I don't expect anybody to watch, you know, the whole thing, but I appreciate those people who did, man. It was really cool.
Well, you know, what's funny is that when you're recording those videos, at least when I am, and I'm trying to do like a 5 or 10 minute video, I'll have to do the thing like 4 or 5 times because I'll just do something stupid, or I'll say something wrong, or I'll stumble over. So if I was trying to shoot an hour-long video, I would just I don't know what I would do. I would just I would have to just ignore all the mistakes.
You know, there's a lot of channels out there that do really well with like the edits and stuff, and they're great, and I love that. I don't know how to do any of that stuff. So like any video you watch that I do, it's just me sitting down in front of the friggin' phone, and I just do the video. Like that hour and 11 minutes is straight hour and 11 minutes. That's it.
Yeah, it was impressive. I have very little editing skills, like very, very little. And the editing program that I use just came with Windows. It's very, very simple. I can basically put two pieces of video together. I can chop pieces out of it. I can add a little bit of text here and there, but that's about it. I really am not a professional. But let me answer this question really quick. Writer Jordan Gory Jury Lurie, who I love saying that name. If you've never tried to say his name, please try to say it. It's writer Jordan Gory Jury Lurie. So he asks, anybody like Moev? I love Moev.
Never.
Yeah, Moev is kind of like this synth goth industrial band that was on the Network label back in the day. And they were kind of right when Skinny Puppy and Severed Heads and all that stuff was coming out. But yeah, Moev has a great record. I remember the song City Missile Motel was on the record, but I can't remember what the record was called, the album was called. But Moev, yeah, they're great if you like gothy, industrial kind of stuff.
I think I might like that.
Yeah.
I've kind of been going around that goth rock, industrial like sound as of late.
Right. Oh, wait, I got to say hi to more people that just popped in. Joanne, is Joanne here? Joanne, what? Hi, squad. I'm sad. Why are you sad, Joanne? Don't be sad. Do you want to come up here and talk?
Talk about your problems, Joanne.
Yeah, talk about your problems, and we'll make sure you know that they're not problems anymore. Fred Holland says he saw the motels open for Rush. What a weird pairing.
It's a weird bill.
Well, yeah. Okay, so anybody else have any weird Bill stories? I've got one I can start with. I saw Susie and the Banshees. Susie and the Banshees, goth, kind of, kind of serious music. And opening for them was this band called the Raunch Hands, which was like this New York drunken punk with horns, kind of just great shit. And I've never seen a more divided audience in my life. Like everybody there was there to see Susie, basically. Except, and me and my punk rock friends, we loved Susie and the Banshees, but we also liked really wild stuff. So when the Raunch Hands came out, we were just mesmerized. There were these guys that were just rocking out, guitar, bass, drums. They had saxophone. They were just drinking lots, and their energy was magnificent. And so me and this little pocket of like 5 punk rock kids in the audience were like, yeah, Raunch Hands, but everybody else was like not into it. So that was a weird.
Hey, so I bought today. I went to the record store and I got Susie and the Banshees Peel sessions from like 1978.
Yeah,
and it's funny you mentioned Raunch Hands because I didn't know who that band was, but in the used bin, the first album in that thing was Raunch Hands, and I picked it up and looked at it, but I didn't get it. Should I get this record?
Yes.
I gotta get it. I gotta go.
You're gonna enjoy every Raunch Hands record is great. When they started out, it was a little more rudimentary, a little more simple production wise. But then as they kept going, man, they were heavy and great. And
are they like a rock and roll kind of band or?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, but they've got that punk energy, and the lyrics are fantastic. They're on Crypt Records. They were on Crypt, so what Crypt stuff sounds like, right?
Yeah, I gotta check it out then.
Yeah. I'm a huge Raunch Hands collector. I've got almost everything they've ever made, I think. I've always been a fan. See, when we saw them open for Susie, I think we went up to them after the show and talked to them, and I was from Raleigh, and I drove down to Charlotte to see it back then. And when I told the singer we were from Raleigh, he was like, "Oh, we're going to play there in like a month. Why don't you guys come up and see it?" So we went to the show. They got us in the guest list, and there was hardly anybody in the club to see the show. So they came up to us and they were like, "Hey, since you guys have seen us before, just write down your favorite songs and we'll do those for the set."
That's awesome. That's cool.
They let us write down our favorite Raunch, because after we saw them open for Susie, I went out and bought a couple of Raunch Hands records, right?
Yeah.
So it was just cool of them to do that.
Michael, what year did you see Susie and the Banshees?
That was probably 85, 86, something like that.
Did they play like my favorite album from Susie and the Banshees is The Scream, their first album? Did they play like stuff like that?
Geez, man, I was so young. I don't know. I think it was the Tinderbox tour.
Yeah, that's a good record.
Yeah, if that was like 85, 86, that might have been Tinderbox.
Yeah, because the tour shirt was very memorable. It was just a black shirt and had a huge picture of her face printed in white on the front, like took up the whole front. And then I think on the backs it just says Susan the Banshee's Tinderbox or something like that. But the front was amazing. I still have it in my attic somewhere. But
That's cool, man. That's cool shit.
Yeah, my Susie Sue knowledge is pretty limited, but I know that Robert Smith from The Cure was in it for 5 seconds. I know he loved Susie and the Banshees, and I know they did a cover of This Town Ain't Big Enough for the Both of Us on their covers album.
Oh, right. Yeah, I like that covers record. Okay.
Yeah, I don't have much for Susie and the Banshees. All I have is like 2 albums, which are both reissues, and one 12-inch single of Cities in Dust.
Oh, yeah, that's a great song.
Yeah, they're a great band.
Hey, yeah. Rusty Michael's here. Anybody know who Rusty Michael is? She is also known as Pantera and also known as Cherry Bomb. Before the band Pantera existed.
Oh, yeah. The Slits?
Pre-Pantera.
She was married to a rock guy named Thor, the rock warrior from Canada, for many years. And she was on his albums and toured with him and everything. And she asks, have you ever heard of a band from England called the Slits? Of course, Rusty. Yeah, the Slits. They start there. There's the Slits right there. Ryan's showing the record. Now the Slits started off kind of punk rock, and then they did some reggae kind of dub stuff, so they kind of explored different sounds. But yeah, of course, I'm familiar with the Slits. Love them.
Yeah, they're a great band.
I even like their reggae stuff.
Yeah, me too. I'm not much for like dub or reggae stuff, but that album Cut is fantastic, man.
Have you ever heard Lee Scratch Perry?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, that sounds great.
Yes. I like that stuff. And when it starts getting into like the delay and the effects and the trippiness.
Yeah, like the Clash kind of got me into any kind of dub or reggae. So like Junior Mervin and stuff like that. Like I did, right. Any kind of reggae I got into was through punk rock, and but yeah, that stuff's great, man.
Well, I got a story here. Rusty says, cool, that was a really good girl group. They were a little scary. Well, the cool thing about the Slits is that Ari Up, who was the main girl, Ari Up, she was a singer. Her mother is married to John Lydon of the Sex Pistols, and they were dating way back then. Yeah.
That I didn't know. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this cover, dude. That's pretty wild.
Yeah, that was when they were getting into their reggae stuff, I think. I don't know if
that's it's a dub kind of record, man. 1979. It's fantastic.
What was the punk rock record they put out called?
I think there's one before that. But there's some punk tunes on that, like Shoplifting and Typical Girls and stuff. It's
okay.
It's a good record, yeah.
I'm not very schooled on their discography, so I don't know what came before what, but I know there was some pretty hard punk rock stuff that came out at some point.
Well, there was a lot of like punk bands like back in that time. I feel like that got kind of lumped into punk that maybe weren't really doing punk, but it was kind of the attitude and the energy they had, and I think the Slits were one of those bands,
Yeah, and they looked the part, and Ari Up was wearing underwear outside of her clothes, and
yeah, it's very risque for sure. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what's going on? There's so many things going on.
There's a lot of stuff in the chat. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can only pay attention to so much because I'm old. So we were talking about what everybody bought recently, and I don't know if I got answers from everybody yet, but physical media. What's the last thing you bought?
CK keeps referring to me as the California kid when my name is right there.
Yeah, but
I'm sure.
You got to stroke your proverbial beard when you say it.
Stroke your proverbial beard. That sounds like lyrics to some record by Baby Food Festival.
Thank you. Yeah. Girls regurgitated, dude. Yeah.
Stroke your proverbial beard.
Thing of the Baby Food Festival just came from that one random pamphlet. And you ever saw, I'm like, that's a thing. That exists.
Yeah, how is that a thing? Yeah, that's bizarre.
Why? I don't think what even goes on there anyway. I probably don't even want to know.
I want to know. If they're a band, let me in it.
Oh, X-Ray Specs are fantastic, dude.
Of course. Everybody loves X-Ray Specs.
Never heard of them.
I've never heard anybody say they don't like X-Ray Specs.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
There's going to be a movie about her, the singer, coming out soon, a documentary, if it's not already out.
Really?
I think she has a pretty interesting story.
About polystyrene.
Yeah, polystyrene, that's right.
Yeah, cool.
You know, she put out a solo record. I forget what it's called, but she has a song called "Talkin' Toy Town," I think it is. It's like a pop. It's like a pop song, but I really dug it when it came out. I had the 7-inch somewhere. But yeah, they were a punk band that really did well with horns, and that's what I think about Raunch Hands. They really used horns really well in a rock band, which I can appreciate. There's the classic record there. Yeah. Yeah, a great album cover too, like way before Photoshop.
Oh, they're fantastic, dude. And I love all these people talking about this old school punk because I did that top 100 70s punk, and I still haven't put the stuff away. So, like when you mention stuff, I can show it.
Now, I didn't watch the whole video, like I said, but did you include any Dickies?
Yeah, the Dickies were in like I think the top 30.
Awesome, of course they were. Yeah.
Yeah, Incredible Shrinking Dickies were in there, man.
Yeah, well, you know, they were from what I've heard, they were the first band to get a major record deal, a first punk band to get a major record deal after the Sex Pistols.
Yeah, and they were on A&M, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It was A&M got rid of the Sex Pistols, and then they came to the Dickies basically and said, "Okay, are you guys a bunch of well-behaved boys? Because we'll hire you instead of these assholes, the Sex Pistols." And then they had no idea that the Dickies were into way more drugs and being messed up than the Sex Pistols were.
Yeah, that's super.
Dude, those first two Dickies records, Incredible Shrinking Dickies and Dawn of the Dickies, are like A+ records. Like if you like punk, you got to get them. They're fantastic.
Yeah. Well, the cool thing about the Dickies is that, you know, Leonard Graves, the singer, Leonard Graves Phillips, is really into prog and like old stuff like that, and all kinds of Beatles and all this stuff. So he doesn't really like punk rock at all. So as the albums go through history, the songs get amazing. They're still punky, but then they go off in these great tangents like pop or prog and they do a fantastic job. Like every time the Dickies cover a song by somebody else.
Yeah,
I like to say it's been Dickified, it's been Leonardized and Stanified, but they do a great job of doing covers, man.
Yeah, Michael, I was just going to talk about their covers, dude. They're incredible. They do Sound of Silence. They do Nights in White Satin. Dude, their version of Paranoid on Incredible Shrinking Dickies is insane. Like, dude, you'll listen to the song, the drummer, listen to it. He doesn't hit the crash cymbal once. It's all on the hi-hat. And it's dude, it's like frantic. It's amazing, and they're great. And like their later albums were cool too. They were like Stukas Over Disneyland and Puppet Show and stuff. They were cool, right?
Oh yeah, Aldous and Puppet Stew. Yeah, love that.
Yeah, Puppet Stew. That's what it was. Puppet Show.
There's one song called they did called Just Say Yes, about Leonard's drug addiction, and man, I love that damn song. And they don't do it much anymore because none of them are on drugs anymore. But man, when they do that live every now and then, I melt.
Yeah, dude, I was born too late to see them kind of back then. I was born in '89. So like I saw them one time at this like record store. It held like 30 people in Bordentown, New Jersey. It was called the Record Collector.
I heard of that place.
Yeah, it's a cool place. And I got in and I got to sit I was in the front row. It was seated, which is kind of a lame way to see the Dickies because you want to kind of like go wild, you know?
Yeah.
But I think they played like You Drive Me Ape, You Big Gorilla. And Leonard Graves had this big rubber mallet, and he was just like bopping people on the head, and he whacked me pretty hard. He got me on the dome, dude. Yeah, it was fun.
They still use all those same props, and actually, since I work with them now, every year just about they do 3 shows in New York City right around Halloween. Right in a row, boom, boom, boom. And I go up there all the time and help them with whatever. And one time, their prop guy didn't show up, so I had to do their stage props for them. So I had to blow up the doll. I had to
there's a that's right.
Get the head whacker ready, and the dog puppet and the dick puppet and all that stuff. And it was amazing. I couldn't believe it. I had so many pictures taken of me holding all the stuff because it was like religious totems.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, that's cool.
The Dickies. Hey, Ann's here. Speaking of the Dickies, Ann, my friend Ann here, was married to Stan Lee of the Dickies for years.
Stan Lee, a guitar legend, dude.
Yeah. So Ann was married to him, and it's actually a single out the Dickies put out. It's My Pop the Cop on one side, and the other side is Marry Me Ann, and it's about Ann, our friend here in the chat. So every now and then I meet a Dickies fan who wants Ann to sign their 7-inch. So
That's pretty cool.
that's pretty funny. So yeah, what else is everybody else up to now? I'm just eyeing the backstage area, and I don't see anybody else in here, so I don't think anybody else is trying to get in. I don't want to miss anybody, but I think I'm good. And if I'm not good, let me know. CK says Andy is absolutely gorgeous, right? That's why she was married to one of the Dickies. You know. All right, so we were talking about what everybody got recently, and I didn't hear from you, Ryan Kid. What did you get most recently? What's the most
man, I actually went to the record store today. I got a mountain of stuff, man.
What's the one thing that really stands out that you got to?
All right, one thing that stands out. I bought an album now that was last week. This week, okay, I bought an album by a band called Smarts.
Smarts.
Yeah, Smarts. You got to check them out. They were they had different members in different bands. One of the bands I had a 7-inch from called The Living Eyes. And they're kind of like a synthy punk band. But this record, Smarts, is really cool. It's really riffy, kind of cool punk rock with some synth behind it and kind of some snotty vocals. It's really cool, man. Smarts are a really cool band.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
You describing that band reminds me of a band from Southern California called the Atoms. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. They were probably out in the early to mid 2000s. I think they only put one single out, but they were great. They were a group of kids that were Devo fans, and they played an after party for a Mark Mothersbaugh art show that I was doing. Mark Mothersbaugh is a singer for Devo. So we were doing some art shows, and these kids played our after party, and they were great. They had the synths. They had kick-ass rock and roll. Like it was like Dickies. It was like really hard, the harder Dickies songs with synth in it. A cute girl playing the synth, you know.
Yeah.
The singer was jumping around, being crazy, and they were awesome. And they sent me their 7-inch record. And then because they knew I didn't have a record player back then, a working record player, they burned the 7-inch for me on a CD, and they made a little cover for it, which is awesome. And I listen to that all the time. It's probably like 3 or 4 songs, but it's super stuff. If you can look up the Atoms, I know it's a really generic name, but
do you still have that? I would love to hear it.
Yeah,
that'd be cool, man.
And you know what? I could probably play it on air at some point because I don't think it's copywritten or anything. So that's going to have to be something I write a note to myself to do, is to dig that up and play it on a stream coming up.
Because like another thing I want to say about the vinyl community, I've only been here for like 3 months, right? And the people who comment on my stuff, it's amazing. And I check out their channels, and then they're playing bands that are from their area. Right. And these are bands I would never hear, dude. And they're like ripping this stuff, sending to me, and it's so cool, man. I love it. Like when you played that Tizzy cassette, instantly I was like, yeah, I want to get that. I want to get that cassette. That's cool.
Yeah, and that's how I felt when I saw them perform for the first time. Was like I was holding the camera, going, "Oh my god, I'm so glad I'm shooting video of this right now." And then they disappeared for a year, and I was just I kept watching the video I shot of them. I kept watching the video I shot of them over and over again. But a Tizzy side note is they own a coffee shop here in town, which is like a cat coffee shop where you can go and pet cats. And they just dug up some of the T-shirts they had made for the tour that got canceled. And so I'm going to go down there and buy one in a couple of days. And if anybody else is interested, I can try to yank some more out. But Vinyl Richie's here. He says, yo, what's up, Vinyl Richie?
Hey, Vinyl Richie, what's up, man?
If you wanted to come in, Richie, I got the chat link here. Hold on a second. Let me
join the gang.
Copy and paste. We're just talking about dumb stuff. You know how we roll. All right, there's the on-screen chat invite. Oh, Alexander's here. If you're into Finnish punk, you should listen to a band.
Alexander, I watched your video, man. I got to check that band out. That was really cool. Alexander showed up in Low Noise Jason Skills stream. We had a really good chat last week, man. He's got a good channel.
Yeah, he and Dr. October both went on their first live stream with me, I guess the day before that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, so isn't Dr. October awesome, dude?
Oh, dude, he's so funny.
He's the best, man.
His editing is great, and he seems like somebody that we could all hang out with immediately.
Oh, you want to have a beer with that guy? No doubt.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Well, you want to have a few. Yeah, for sure. So we'll see who else jumps on. All right, now we were talking about releases or something that you guys have bought recently. We got a great answer from Ryan. What about you, Abnorm? I know I asked you this last time. Have you bought anything since?
Hi, Abnorm.
Got some digital stuff you don't care about, but just today I got a new set of Vans.
Whoa! Now, see, I'm addicted to Vans.
So I found out this Pro style is going out of they're replacing it. They're updating the style, so this is going out of stock or whatever. So I decided I better jump on and buy some. And I hadn't seen this color combination before. These are pretty cool. They showed up today.
Yeah, I'm addicted to Vans, and if I find a pair that I really like, I'll typically buy 2 or 3 pairs just so that I'm sure that I can have them for a while.
Yep, I got another. Not these, but I've got another set in the box of some other ones I like. Yeah. So.
Now, something that happened recently was I met somebody from years ago that I met on tour, and she works with a lot of brands or whatever. She reached out to me again, and I'm hearing myself echo on somebody's stream. Does somebody have YouTube sound going? Anybody? No? I'm hearing myself echo somewhere.
Nope.
Maybe it's Ryan. Anyway, what was I talking about? I can't remember what I was talking about.
All I remember is that you were. I kind of forgot to. All I remember is Vans shoes. That's all I remember.
Oh, the Vans. Okay, so yeah, Vans. So this girl who works with a bunch of companies contacted me after not hearing from her for years. And she said, are there any brands that you really want to hook up with that you're a fan of? And I was like, well, Vans, because I wear them all the time, and I've worn them since I was in junior high school. So she hooked me up with Vans, and I think they're going to make me 1 pair of shoes based on the design that I sent them. And if I get them made, I'm going to show you guys, and it's going to be really cool. I don't want to jinx it by telling you what it is. But I'm really looking forward to that because, like I said, I'm addicted to Vans. Okay, so Tim Nolan says he got so many albums and reels this past week, but last one that came today is Oliver Tree. Oh, I've been wanting that record. Oh, do you know what that is, Ryan?
No, I haven't heard that, man.
Oliver Tree. He's a pop musician, but he's what I call the genre deviant pop because it's produced like pop music. It sounds like pop music for the most part, but it's got some really disturbing, weird element to it in every one of his songs. And Oliver Tree has really kind of blown up over the last 2 years, but he's a weirdo. And he has this certain really ridiculous look that he dresses like all the time. And anyway, I've been just dying to get his record, and it's really hard to find. And
where should I start with Oliver Tree?
Anything. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah, right, cool. Just go to his YouTube page and poke around. It's like I said, it's pop music. It's kind of like a little, hip hop influence here and there, but it's so bizarre and funny and weird.
I'll check it out, man.
Yeah, man. So yeah, you got shoes, Abnorm. Ryan got a bunch of records recently. Now, Mr. over here, what did you find?
I already told you. I ordered the Iggy Pop.
Oh yeah, you ordered the thing that you didn't get. Okay, right.
Yeah.
Now, Vincenzo, what about you? Have you bought anything recently?
Yeah, I bought a few things. I know for most of which have came in pretty late because I ordered them a while back and they just recently arrived. Record wise, I got I don't know if you're into industrial metal, but I recently got a copy of KMFDM's In Dub record. Oh. And then something a little bit more mainstream. This also came about of that. Joji's Nectar, that was the guy who was formerly known as Filthy Frank on the internet, recently got a copy of his album.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And I did get, outside of vinyl, I did get a copy of, I don't know if you knew Earthworm Jim.
Oh, yeah, I remember that name.
Yeah. The creator, Doug Tenable, has been making some comic books with him, and I recently got the sequel to the previous book called Fight the Fish.
I see. Yeah, I'm not very familiar with the comics, but I am familiar with KMFDM. Now, do you know what does KMFDM stand for? I've heard different.
I do not know how to pronounce it because it's German, but I do know that in English, KMFDM means no pity for the majority.
Oh, okay. Because I always heard it meant kill motherfucking Depeche Mode.
Oh yeah, that's one of their misconceptions. One of the other ones, and my favorite is how was it? Oh yeah, kill Madonna for drug money.
I like that one better, dude. That's great.
That's really good.
That's great.
Hey, they're
That's
both
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I was kind of into I was really into industrial back in the day, but it was bands like KMFDM and Front 242 that I didn't really get into too much because I think it was like too much of a predictable 4/4 beat or something. I can't remember what it was, but it was a little too predictable for me. And I wanted my industrial to be a little more scary and a little more difficult.
You mentioned scary. Did you like Godflesh by any chance?
No, I never got into them because I think it was just too late in the game for me. I just didn't think. I don't think I just never discovered them.
I'm a huge
Not necessarily
fan.
scary,
Yeah.
but they were pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've been
one of the heaviest.
So Justin Broderick from Godflesh, he's done all kinds of a lot of heavy drum and bass and kind of hardcore techno stuff. So I've been listening to a lot of that this week. So
Oh, cool. So yeah,
Talk about
Stuff
scary
that is-
stuff.
Mm.
I got this one. It's the Dracula Invitational,
Ooh.
what?
1791. You guys ever hear this?
What the heck is that?
All right. I walked into the record store and this was looking at me. And I asked the dude, I said, what the hell is Dracula Invitational? That sounds awesome. It is a surf record.
What?
And yeah, you got to hear this, dude. There's a video. I bought it. I bought it. I said, I'm going to get it. And I went home and I was playing a bunch of stuff. But you got to watch the video of this, man. It's unbelievable. Okay. Surf. It's cool music, dude.
What year was it put out?
This is just put out, dude. 2021.
I love some surf stuff. I love some surf music. There was a band I saw at the same venue that I saw Susan the Banshees and Ron Pans. I saw this band called Insect Surfers open up for the Waitresses, I think it was. But Insect Surfers were a band I think they're from Virginia, but they were what was called a psychedelic new wave surf band. And it was amazing, dude. And I think they're still active and doing music and stuff. But I fell in love with Insect Surfers when I saw them. Now, Joanne says that she got a vinyl by Gay Bikers on Acid. I've heard of them, and they were kind of around the era of like Ministry and Revolting Cocks and all that stuff that was coming out, kind of industrial dance stuff. But I never really heard Gay Bikers. I've heard the name, though.
What a great name. That's almost as good as Baby
really
Food Festival.
Okay,
Can you believe that thing that I got? Like
this is that Baby Food Festival is like it's a complete running.
Hold on, wait.
Food Festival.
Let me make this screen big real quick. Hold on. Baby Food Festival. Look, Ryan, do you have any tattoos?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have plenty of tattoos.
Okay, this is going to be your next one.
Dude, I think it's going right across the forearm or something, dude. Yeah.
Full back, full color.
The crazy thing about Baby Food Festival, at any festival, there's a musical act, right? So somebody had to play the Baby Food Festival.
The eponymous band.
I can only imagine how they felt being there and be like, I'm playing at a Baby Food Festival.
Oh.
Dude, not only can I understand how they felt, I've probably been there.
I would love to play a Baby Food Festival.
I found that
right up my alley.
I found that at some rest stop just with maps and brochures and stuff when I was on a road trip somewhere, probably somewhere in Michigan. So that's where the Gerber Baby Food place is at.
Oh, Abnor's who sent it to you?
Yeah, this is Abnor.
Dude, that's amazing.
Right. Yeah, so Ryan, just let me tell you about Abnorm. Abnorm is somebody I've known for many years. He's a longtime Devo fan, and I met him when we first started doing these devotional Devo fan conventions like 20 years ago. And I think I'd even known you before that, right, Abnorm? We had been kind of in touch, email or something?
No, I don't think so. I think that was
Oh, we met at the devotional. Okay, but I've known him 20-something years, and he's just one of these Devo fans that's always in my life.
Cool, man. Do all you guys have content? Like you have channels and stuff?
Not
I do, but like not from like under my name, but I have like a different channel which I usually just make like YTPs and stuff like that called Blue Sauce Studios. I do not ask me where that name came from. I just randomly thought of it like that. Just call it that.
Oh, cool, man. Yeah. No, I'm subscribed to you guys, man. You guys seem cool. Yeah.
I've got
Yeah.
one video on Michael's contest list.
Oh yeah, that's the
It's
only
pretty
video he
shit.
has of entering my contest. Are you going to enter my contest, Ryan?
What's the contest, dude?
I have a 3,000 subscribers contest right now. It ends on the 25th. Next Thursday, is it next Thursday? Is the 25th? I'm going to announce the winner on my stream. So it's really easy. All you got to do is answer 2 questions about your collection. Show me at least one thing that has to do with cats, and then show me at least one thing that has to do with something of a video that I've already posted, like whatever connection you can make to an old video of mine.
I
I can do
thought
it.
about entering the contest, but it's like I've looked and like I don't have anything related to cats. Like the closest I have is Doing Now for the Future. Pink
That's close enough. That's close
Yeah,
enough.
do it, man. Go ahead.
And the prize is a double live Devo record, a 1981 show that I helped put out for Record Store Day in 2012. It's like I said, double LP set. It's pretty hard to find these days. I think it sells for $60, $70 if you find it online.
The New Traditionalists live
Oh.
album, right?
That's
By
right.
the way, Michael, Devo made my top 100 punk albums of all time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Are we not,
great.
man? We are Devo. I think it came in at like 65 or 64, something like that.
Oh yeah, that's a great one. And it's such a great punk record because it's arguably maybe not punk or whatever.
Debatable.
It's
They didn't
Devo.
consider it. Devo didn't consider it punk, but
It's a punk record, dude. It like that record. Okay, so when you think of punk, people think of aggressive, fast stuff, but you got to also take in creativity. You got to take in inventiveness. I mean, Devo was a pretty groundbreaking band for stuff like that. And I showed another band. I think you probably already know, but Chrome, Alien Soundtrack.
Yeah, the first time I did Acid, I listened to Chrome.
Yeah, that's the way to do it, dude.
Wait, what was the Half Machine Lip Moves? Was the album I listened to on Acid and changed my life. The drums on that album, Half Machine Lip Moves, are so like kind of wet, sloppy, like
Yeah.
but they're like way up front, and that's all I could remember when I was on Acid was these crazy drums in that. But I love that record. Chrome is
Oh,
great.
dude, Alien Soundtracks is like there's some really rockin' punk rock songs on it, but they're like, and I said in the video, they're intertwined with these like insane electronic interludes. Some of this stuff sounds like a garbage disposal running.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's awesome. It's really cool.
It is on the edge of weird, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
I found the cassette of Hat Machine Lift Moves fairly recently, and I was going to sell it because it's probably worth like $30 or $40, but I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can because I love the record. The album
Yeah, you
so
hold on to that one, man. That's cool.
Yeah. But I was going to make a point about this Devo being punk or not. Like when they started, it was 1972, 73 or whatever. And there was nothing called punk back then. So, they just kind of did what they did. And then somehow it got, it intersected with what was punk. But when they were doing their music, they just thought it was Devo music. They didn't really know what to call it. It was just devolved, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Michael,
absolutely.
did you read Cheetah Chrome's book by any chance?
No, but I'd love to.
Yeah, it's really cool. And he talks about doing a show with Devo.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty wild, like how the crowds didn't really mesh, and there was like fights and stuff, and I thought it was pretty wild. Like that book is a pretty good read, but it's funny, like looking back on it and where we are now, how they really do mesh.
Well, yeah, and there's a good story about, because the Dead Boys and Devo were from the same town, basically.
Mm-hmm.
They were from Ohio, and they were playing the same clubs in New York. They were playing the same clubs in Ohio, so they kind of knew each other.
Yeah.
But I don't think their friend groups crossed very much. There's pretty much two separate cliques of people. And I just worked on this Devo book for a few years that came out in 2018, and a paperback version just came out recently. And there's a picture in there of a show that Devo was doing, a very, very early show. Cheetah Chrome is in the audience, and he's kind of facing off with the bass player of Devo, who's got a stocking over his head, like pantyhose. So the bass player of Devo is looking at Cheetah. Cheetah's looking at him, and then behind Cheetah Chrome is Mark Mothersbaugh, who has his pants pulled down because Cheetah Chrome just pantsed him, like pulled his pants down.
That might have been in the book, dude. I think that was
Yeah,
in
I'm
the
sure it is. And so then the Devo road crew started fighting with people in the Dead Boys camp, and there were all this, it was just probably hilarious to see.
Yeah. And,
But
and after it all, how similar we are.
Yeah, in the Devo book, though, if you look, there's a picture of Mark's naked ass and Cheetah Chrome standing next to him, and then the band is on stage, like, threatening Cheetah. It's great
That's
stuff.
awesome. That's cool.
Yeah. Punk rock, yeah. So,
What was that book called?
What was the what?
What was the book called?
Oh, Devo. It's just the Devo book. If you just go to devobook.net, you'll see. But it was a 2-in-1 book. One book was called Devo, the brand, which was like all the posed shots and all the stuff that Devo designed for the public to see. And then you flip the book over. It's like a 2-in-1. You flip it over, and then it's Devo Unmasked. And that's all the behind-the-scenes stuff, the baby pictures, the live shows, backstage, sketches of costumes that they did and all that stuff. So 2 different worlds of Devo, the world that they presented to the public, and then the world kind of behind the scenes.
Yeah, to check it out. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, I mentioned Devo. I wanted to show you this. You might have seen me lingering around, but I show this on the Devo Spudwads page, but I have this pretty cool bootleg.
Oh, yeah. Let me make you big. Hold on. Let me make you big. It's a Dio kind of Devo inspired shirt.
Yeah. I do not remember what the site was called where I got it from. I know it was not like something like Redbubble, but I got this it's to me it's kind of ridiculous and stupid.
Yeah, it's
that
cool.
One heavy metal band and one new wave band that kind of doesn't mesh, but I still thought it was pretty cool to own on the back.
Crack that
whip.
Great. Yeah, see, I remember when those were online. I saw those online, and I didn't buy one, and I really should have, because I really wish I had, because I love Dio and Dio. I mean, I love both those bands. So,
yeah, I'm not much of a Dio fan, but I know my mom is, and she's like, "Oh, that's cool. You got to get it." I'm like,
oh yeah, I really wish I would have gotten one of those.
I don't know if it's still available or not. I could look.
It's funny because I see bootleg Devo stuff from time to time that I really want to buy, but since it's bootleg, I feel bad buying it because I'm kind of like taking money out of my friends' pockets, right? But that shirt right there, I really wish I would have just taken the dive and bought it.
Yeah,
it's cool.
I go back because it's like it's so obvious a bootleg, but how can you not get it?
Yeah. Oh, hi. Here's my friend Miss Meowser.
Oh, cat.
There she
Indeed,
is.
cat.
Wait, let me show everybody Miss Meowser. Hold on. Where's my solo layout here? Oh, here we go, Meowsy.
All right.
Oh, there's the baby.
There she goes. Whoa. Put your butt in my face. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's looking for some attention right now.
Yeah. I've
Don't
got a
get
cat as
her
well, but I don't know.
getting
She's
here.
not here right now. Maybe she'll show up later. And if
Yeah,
she does
well-
show up, you will know because she is the world's loudest cat.
Oh, good. Oh, speaking of cats, I wish that cool cat Vinyl Richie would have done more than just popped his head in here. If he could get on screen with us, we got a spot open.
Yeah, come on up, Vinyl Richie, man. That's
Join
cool.
the gang.
Maybe he doesn't know. He doesn't know enough about punk rock to join us.
I mean,
Dude, Vinyl Richie did a response video to my top 100. He did his own.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I watched about 10 minutes of it, and then your stream started, so I checked it out. I'm going to watch more of his later.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he's been a big supporter of my channel, and I really appreciate it, man. You should come up.
Yeah, well, you guys are streaming tomorrow night, right?
Yeah, we're going to get a keg, dude. We're going to get a keg, and we're going to get for like 12 hours tomorrow.
Come on.
I don't know. I hope that Jason lets me up. I just talk so much. I can't stop talking. That's my problem.
That's what this is for.
Yeah, but I just can't shut the hell up. I never know when to stop talking.
oh yes.
Yeah, you, me, and you both. If I was talking, I'm quite the chatterbox. And if there was a topic I really like, especially something like this right now, I would.
Yeah, you
I
just
would
keep
talk
going.
a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, the
I'm
first
the same way.
stream we did went like an hour, and then Jason was like, "Oh, let's do another one next week. We'll do another hour." And we wound up doing over 3 hours.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. I remember I was able to pop in a couple of times. Yeah, because that was when I was having this thing at my house. I had all these people downstairs, and but I did pop into that chat a couple times. Yeah. What else do we got going on? Oh, so yeah, Punk Points I mentioned. Who else is new that I should mention? My friend Wax Ecstatic. I don't know if you've seen him. Wax Ecstatic. He does a lot of stuff on like what do you call it? That 60s Martin Denny kind of stuff, exotica music, and he also does punk metal, tons of that stuff.
Oh, I've seen that guy. He's really cool.
Yeah, he played bass in the Thor band when we were on tour in 2005, 2006, something like that. I went on tour with him when he played. I was the tour manager. He was the bass player, and we had a great time.
Yeah, I like his channel. I've watched all his videos so far.
Yeah, he just started. I mean, the first video he ever did, like my friend Abnorm here, was a contest entry for me. So
that's cool.
I think I convinced him to start a channel. I would like to think that.
I want to give a shout out to a guy. His name is High Octane Revival. Dude, this guy, he was commenting on my video. I watched his channel. Dude, his channel is killer.
Really?
Like, you want to see like some cool garage, some cool like old punk. And he was showing punk from like Colorado and stuff I'd never heard, man. And his channel was really cool, man. I like it.
Yeah, we'll have to check that out. If you can you type in the chat right now, Ryan?
Let me see if I'm technologically advanced enough to do so.
Rusty asks, any of you ever like Ziggy Sputnik? Are you talking about Zig Sputnik, Rusty, from the UK? Because if you are, I'm a huge fan and collector of Zig Sputnik. And actually, Zig Sputnik was put together by Tony James of Generation X after Generation X was no more. Big into Zig Sputnik. They're like, I would consider them synth punk, and they were way ahead of their time. Zig Sputnik actually sold advertising space between the songs on their records. All the blank space, they sold it to advertisers, which I thought was brilliant. Anybody want to do any armpit farts?
No.
Wow.
Come on, somebody whip one out.
No.
All right, I'll do it. Hold on.
Well, if you insist.
I can't do it.
Ooh.
Oh, man, you're good.
Solid. You've had some practice, I see.
It was excellent.
Look, I haven't done that in a couple of years. I need some practice, but I remember I have one funny armpit fart story. So Lollapalooza 1997, Devo was on tour with Lollapalooza, and they were playing with Korn and Tool and some other bands. And so we're all backstage, and it was one of the first times that I'd really been backstage as a friend of the band, and I could do whatever I wanted. I could take pictures and shoot video. And so I'm just sitting backstage, and Mark Mothersbaugh and Bob Mothersbaugh, his brother, the guitar player for Devo, and we're all sitting around this room, a bunch of people. And there's this one point when Mark Mothersbaugh is eating these little nuts, a bowl of nuts that was backstage. And every time he ate one, he would bend over, and I would do an armpit fart. And he would eat one, bend over, do an armpit fart. And I kept doing it. And Bob one was crying. He was like, tears were streaming down his face. He was all red. He could barely breathe because he was laughing so hard. And see, that's how I am with fart sounds. I will laugh at a fart no matter what. I don't care what the situation is. I will laugh my ass off. I don't know why I think they're so funny, but I think they're hilarious. So to make Bob
personally, I'm a big fan of this one stock pot breaking sound. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Because if you just search up like pot ceramic vase breaking sound on YouTube, it'll be the first result.
What are you talking about?
Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can.
A vase breaking.
What is it called?
Just search up pot breaking sound on YouTube.
Pot breaking.
That sounds like the opening act for Baby Food Festival.
Pot breaking sound.
There you
Like
go.
ceramic vase breaking sound. Hold on.
Man, we're gonna book the first Baby Food Festival.
Dude, I'm in. We already have the band, and
The one time
Vinyl Richie's going to manage the band.
sound.
Yeah, he can be our merch guy. Vinyl
Yeah,
Rick
he's the
will
merch guy. He's the merch guy. Yeah.
merch guy. He sits at the table and sells the T-shirts.
I found it.
Yeah, I think it's $10 for a shirt. I think.
Oh man!
I put
We're gonna
the pot breaking sound in the chat.
Can you play it?
Not
Can you play it so I can hear it?
perhaps.
And if it sounds like crap, we'll probably like it anyway because we like that kind of music.
Absolutely. I'll have to.
It'll sound like alien soundtracks from Chrome.
Hold on.
Now, Ryan, have you heard Half Machine Lip Moves by Chrome?
Say it again.
It was an album called Half Machine Lip Moves. Lip Moves.
No, the only
Hold on.
Chrome I've heard was alien soundtrack.
Look up Half Machine Lip Moves.
I'll check it out.
I think it was right before. Listen to that.
Oh, did you hear that?
Do it again.
Yeah.
I heard it.
Okay. Silence.
That is very satisfying.
It's a very nice sound. I'm a big fan.
Yeah. You could sample that, slow it down, play it backwards, and you'd probably have a nice industrial track. That's how, when we were making industrial music in the early 90s, our motto when we went in the studio was sample it, slow it down, play it backwards, fuck with it. That would always make a great song.
That's a good MO.
Yeah.
Dude, I gotta work on my camera. This is a camera on the laptop. Every stream I do, I look like the Blair Witch Project.
Dude,
It's almost like
VHS quality.
yeah, I'm in VHS quality, dude.
Hey,
well, I
nothing
used
wrong
to
with
be
that.
like that too. Until
You know, I mean, and especially, excuse me, can't talk. Especially if someone here who's still kind of a fan of tapes. I don't mind that kind of quality. You're probably looking at the last Gen Z kid who still collects tapes.
that's great.
Yeah, you're probably right, dude.
You know, speaking of the whole camera thing, though, when I first started streaming, I was using my little broke dick laptop cam, and one of my great subscribers named Peter Graves sent me this high def camera so that he could see the streams better. So all you need, Ryan, is to keep plugging away, and then eventually one of your viewers will say, you know what, I want to see you look better, so here's a camera.
I think I'm just gonna stick with this. I mean, I'm an ugly dude, but this makes me look like this is like
The fine detail. Yeah.
it's fucked up. Yeah.
Come on,
Maybe you don't want to see me in high def. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll stick with no offense to a high quality camera. I'll just stick to this potato I'm using.
Spud.
Oh, you look good compared to me, dude.
Spud boy.
Yeah, well, you know, I shouldn't be trying to show myself in good light, but I heard that's what people wanted, so that's what I did.
Yeah, I'm probably the one that has like the not as well lit because all you see is just this and then some orange.
Yeah.
That's good though. That's
Hey.
punky.
It's distinctive. Very
It's distinctive. Yeah. Yeah. So look, there's no storm. We were supposed to have a great storm with tornadoes, and I'm not seeing or hearing anything. There's
Oh,
nothing.
yeah, I forgot about
Nice.
that. You mentioned how there was
You did mention
storm coming, the possibility that
Yeah.
or you
that.
might
That,
die. Okay.
that never came
Thanks
up
for
again.
mentioning
That's
that,
bad
Michael.
filmmaking.
Michael,
Hey, I just
where are you at?
Chekhov's tornado. You gotta.
I'm in
mention it
Raleigh,
again,
North
third act.
Carolina.
Okay, yeah, I'm in Memphis. We got some bad weather yesterday. We had like a tornado warning yesterday, but nothing really bad happened. Just a lot of high wind and shit.
Yeah.
I'm from, as Mike knows, I'm from Ohio, and what we got right now is just, well, it was raining, but no, just rain as of yet.
Yeah.
And when it's still tornado season right around this point in Ohio, but we really haven't had a tornado hit this part since I think it was 85,
Wow.
somewhere in like mid 80s. We've
That's a
not
long
had a
time.
tornado come through here.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, it rained like hell the beginning of this week over here in California, which is a surprise because California is not known for that.
I know. Yeah. Didn't you guys get snow this season too?
We do get snow up in the mountains, but I live not in the mountains, so.
Oh, right. I seem to remember somebody telling me they got snow, but I wanted to mention something about Memphis because I've never been. I don't think I've ever really been to Memphis or Tennessee or Memphis or Nashville, except when I think we were touring with Thor, and so all I saw was the little club, and then we left. So I didn't really see anything of it. But every now and then, especially when things start opening up again, I take little road trips to go thrift shopping in different cities. because I sell that stuff for a living. So maybe someday I'll trek out there and really explore the place a little bit.
Oh yeah, Michael, if you come down, just let me know, dude, and
Yeah.
we'll get together, man. That'd be cool.
You know what I think is going to happen, and I've said this before, is when everything really starts opening up again and people are walking around without masks and everybody's kind of chill, I think a lot of YouTubers, like especially in our little community, are going to really be looking to meet up at shows. They're going to be doing joint live streams together.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are going to actually meet physically after this.
Oh, absolutely, dude. And I'll tell you what, dude, Nashville's cool and all, but Nashville's bougie as hell, dude. You got to get
it's
to
like
Memphis.
Hollywood.
Yeah, it's the Hollywood of Tennessee. You got to get down to Memphis, man. That's where it's going down. That's the real stuff, man.
I could believe it. A lot of my friends who live in LA who work in the industry have moved to Nashville. Like a lot of them.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
them. So it's kind of like the new Los Angeles is Nashville.
That's
Yeah,
interesting.
it's a nice place and all, but it lacks like it's not genuine, dude. When you go there
There's
anymore.
There's no soul.
No. When you come to Memphis, you're gonna get it, dude. You're gonna get the soul, dude.
How far is Memphis from Nashville?
Like 3 hours away driving.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not bad. I went and visited. I liked it, but Memphis is it's just got more heart, dude.
What brought you to Memphis?
So I was living in Jersey for my whole life, really. And me and my girlfriend went on vacation. We went to Memphis for like a music festival. And we hung out for a while. And then I started looking around, dude. Oh, Ian Shannon's wearing a Chrome t-shirt right now. Dude, living in New Jersey was not financially possible for me to create a future for myself.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, and when I moved down south, Memphis is affordable. There's so much music history. There's so much soul. It's the grit and grind. It's the real deal, dude. And like any other city, man, we've got our problems, but it's got a lot of heart, man. And I love the city, dude.
It's easier for you to make a living there, is what you're saying?
Absolutely, man. I can buy a lot more records here and pay my rent.
Cool. Cool. What do
Yeah.
you do for a living?
What's that?
What do you do for a living?
I work a shitty retail job.
Oh, well, that's something to be said for that, though.
Yeah, but I've been doing it for a long time, and I can work that job and live here comfortably and take care of my woman, and that means the world to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you being in retail, at least it's not as bad as what I'm doing.
What's that?
I said, at least you may work in retail. It's not as bad as what I'm doing.
Can I take a guess at what you're doing?
Sure.
You work in a chicken debeaking factory.
Stop selling your body, Vincenzo.
No.
It's not worth it.
Oh, I am not doing that.
He gives it away for free.
That is not even close to what I'm doing.
What do you do?
On my body, yeah, sure. I have a random OnlyFans account somewhere out on the internet, waiting for someone to look up.
What do you do, Vincent?
No, what I do is that I'm a maintenance man. I'm a porter at Macy's.
At Macy's.
Yeah,
Wow.
at my local Eastwood Mall.
Oh, cool.
Oh man.
So yeah, all I do is just do a lot of disinfecting, occasionally some cleaning, some sweeping, mopping, etc. Basically, I'm a janitor.
Well, you can. The cool thing about those kind of jobs is you can kind of just be in your own head and you're not bothered by a bunch of like customers and you just can be in your own world and do that job.
That is true.
True.
There's something to be said for that, for
Yeah,
sure.
that's
I like
cool,
that.
man.
But when you guys are pretty young, right? You guys are pretty young. So
Yeah.
what you should remember is no matter what job you have that pays the bills, if you're not really into that as a career, you have to make sure that when you go home, you work on or work towards whatever you really want your career to be. Like as fantastic or as unreal as it may seem, when you get home, like really get to work on what you want to do in some way. Like when I was a kid, I would go to these jobs that I hated, but then I would come home and work on punk rock show flyers or t-shirt designs for my band or wherever I really wanted to work on, I would work on after work. And that eventually became my job. All that stuff that I did for a hobby became my job just because I did it all the damn time. Right. So something to be said. For that.
Michael, that's a great point, and that's kind of what the VC has done for me, and it's not my job, but it's something that I enjoy doing. Like I can come home and I know that I'm going to show some records. And I'll be able to talk to some cool people. I'll be able to jump on a live stream like this and meet, 4 other new people and just, it's really cool, man. And you need an outlet. Everybody, especially in a time like this,
Right. And the more practice we get with doing this kind of stuff, because I'm still not a professional in doing this stuff. It's like there's an art to watching the chat, keeping track of that, keeping track of people on the screen, keeping track of, but as we get better with that stuff, it's going to just bring this community closer and closer. And then, a lot of this stuff can probably be beneficial to us in other ways that we don't even know yet. We don't even know. Because just think about it. When we start meeting up physically and becoming, physical, like friends together, there's going to be stuff that happens that branches out from all this, So
absolutely, dude. And I would say to the other guys on the screen, if you're not making content, just do it. Just go out on a limb, dude, and do it. And it's awesome. You're going to feel the love. There might be a few people who are jerks,
Yeah.
Forget them.
Oh,
dude.
worry not. I make stuff. It's
Just
I would say do it. Show us your stuff, man. And that's it's awesome. It's a lot of fun, dude.
It really, once you get over the hump of like being uncomfortable on camera or whatever, like I'm trying to convince my moderator, Tim Nolan, to do it because he's got a channel, but he has no content on it yet. But he's got such an amazing music collection that would blow everybody's mind. All he would have to do is get on there and talk about a few things, make a few videos, and he would already have a following because he's got such an amazing collection. But it's just the hurdle of getting to the point where you have a camera set up and you like what is behind you. You have your house set up that looks right. When you do that a few times and get positive feedback, then it just does wonders.
Yeah, dude, you could have a Blair Witch camera like me and still have 200 subscribers. Like I saw Vinyl Richie. That was the guy who got me into the vinyl community. I was searching like punk rock records on YouTube, and his video popped up, and he was showing a lot of stuff that I love, and I was like, dude, I have those records. Like I could do this, and this guy's cool. I'm pretty sure I could do this. Just do it. Just do it, man. Anyone who's thinking about making a vinyl community channel, who's watching around, just do it.
And it's not just about vinyl. It doesn't have to be specifically vinyl. The vinyl community is about, CDs, tapes, whatever. Yeah, for sure. All right, so here's what I'm planning on doing. Hey, Grease Paint is here, but it says his device isn't connected. I'm waiting for him to get all set up. We're going to add him.
Yeah, Grease Paint's my buddy.
Okay, here we go. He's okay. I know this guy. Okay, come on. I recognize you, Grease Paint. How are you?
Hello, how are you?
Wait, do you go by another name as well?
I had another channel. It was what lurks on Channel X.
Okay. So wait, for some reason I thought you were Zephyril, but you're not Zephyril.
No, that's another.
Okay, Grease Paint. Okay, great. Well, I know you. I've seen you places. Welcome. How are you?
Hello.
What's that shirt? Forever Metal. That's nice. That's great. I'm a big T-shirt fan, so I can get off on that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So what I was going to say is I'm going to try to maybe end this in maybe 20 minutes or so because we've been going for a couple of hours. But
according to the one ring on the top, we've been live for about 1 hour, 48 minutes.
Yeah, and I usually try to come down after 2 hours because I don't know, just I got other stuff to do, and the storm is supposed to be here, but it's not.
Don't we all?
But I do want to talk to Grease Paint for a minute before we go. But I want to thank everybody in the chat. You guys have been having a great conversation, and it's just great to see everybody chatting with everybody. But Grease Paint, let me ask you what I've asked everybody else here. What's the most recent acquisition CD tape that you have that you want to maybe mention?
The newest record, it actually came in yesterday.
Yeah, what is it? Let's see it because we're all weirdos and we want to know. What is that? Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Rob Zombie.
Is that an Obi strip? Is that like some kind of import, or is that just made to look like an
It's a Revolver magazine. It's their exclusive.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Yeah, they press 750, so I got one of those.
I'm not a huge Rob Zombie fan, but there was one year where Rob Zombie kind of knows the guys in Devo, and he's kind of friends with them a little bit. So we were on tour. Devo was on tour one year, and we were staying in this nice hotel. And then in the lobby, there's Rob Zombie, who's a really small guy. He's a really small guy, and him and his wife, very pretty woman, and their little like rich people dog. Like, I don't know what kind of dog it was, but it was one of those little rich people dogs, like, that only rich people own, from what I remember. And it was just so weird seeing Rob Zombie, who's all like, rock and roll looking, with his little dog on a leash. It was just like two worlds that I wasn't prepared to see. But his show was like,
Dracula.
his show wasn't what I expected. It was way cartoony. It was like watching a kid's show almost. I don't know what year it was, maybe 10 years ago, but it wasn't like scary. It was like a cartoon or something. Very strange.
Hey, Grease Paint, what's up, dude?
Hey, man.
How's it going? I had a good time with you last week on that on Jason Skills show, dude. And I thought of you when you were talking about Rob Zombie last week.
Oh, yeah.
I had this 7-inch. I was working at a record store, and he did an in-store.
Cool.
And I had the 7-inch. I got it signed by Rob Zombie. I thought about you.
Yep, that's awesome.
Dracula. Did you hear? I don't mean to interrupt. I'm sorry.
No, go for it.
Did you hear that Rob Zombie's doing a movie of the Munsters?
Yep.
What?
Really?
Dude, all right, I love that show so much, and I swear to God, if this guy if this guy ruins that show, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Yeah, like that is like completely, like that is like a really odd choice. Like, is he gonna do like what the Banana Splits ended up doing, going down this FNAF horror route, or is Rod Zombie gonna turn the monsters into some foul mouth redneck family?
Vincenzo, I heard that his wife is playing Lily Munster, and I was like, no.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
No, not happening, dude. Not happening.
His dog's going to play something in it, I'm sure.
Dude,
There was talk of him making
I'm praying, dude. I got everything X. I got my fingers crossed. I got my eyes crossed. I need every dude. It's got to go.
I guarantee you, he's gonna screw something up.
Come on,
What were you
man.
saying, Abnorm?
I thought I heard Rob Zombie might be working on the. There was a Groucho Marx movie they're making. His name got attached to that too.
Groucho Marx.
Groucho's later days when he was kind of. I can't remember he had this younger actress woman who was sort of controlling him, and I don't know. He was in his, he was senile, but anyways, I thought Rob Zombie might be directing that, but I haven't heard anything on that for a while.
Yeah. Oh, wait. So, Grease Paint, I want to ask you, are there any new, brand new channels with very few subscribers that you've discovered lately that we should know about? Like we were talking about Punk Points earlier, this guy that only has like 4 subscribers right now. But he has this game show team.
Yeah, that guy seems interesting. I tried watching his video, and it's so confusing. I'm like,
I know. I kind of like that about it. I kind of like that. He's just all over the place. Like,
right. It looks like it's going to be awesome, but I'm just like, I'm trying to like write down like what the fuck is he wanting me to do?
I did the same thing, and I'm gonna take a shot at it this weekend. I'm gonna try to do a video. I gotta get some points, damn it.
I want some points too, dude.
Yeah. Shit.
But he seems very excited about what he's doing, so I'm hoping I can, maybe if I watch it 2 or 3 more times, it'll make sense.
Maybe that's his point. Maybe that's how he's going to get views. He's going to force you to watch it a few times.
I've just lost Punk points for showing that Rob Zombie 7-inch.
But that's Punk showing that. If you have the balls to show that Rob Zombie, man, that's pretty Punk.
I showed him a Sugar record in Jason's Skills stream, and everyone at the same time just went.
Yeah.
No, hold on. Would I lose Punk points for showing off my Phil Collins No Jacket Required vinyl?
Yeah.
Arguably.
But see, look, if
That's
you
kind of
show,
punk rock, though.
if you show that in a Punk
is the most
stream,
punk thing of all, because Like, he's hated by the prog crowd. He's hated by the pop crowd. He can't catch a break.
I
But I
don't
love Phil
understand.
Collins.
I mean, it's probably because I'm younger and I didn't grow up with him at the height of his popularity. But I don't really understand why people hate him.
I got
either be
into
his
Phil
voice or
Collins
what.
via Genesis.
Well,
I'm a big Genesis fan, but I do got old Phil.
Same here.
He's a
Dude,
great
dude,
songwriter.
do the sleep face. Put
Oh.
it up. It's
Yeah,
perfect.
absolutely.
Put it up to your head.
Oh yeah, do that.
Oh my
There you go.
goodness.
We're talking to Phil Collins, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, Phil Collins.
Phil's here.
It's my
Phil, we
turn to be the
want to
lead
ask
singer
you
of
here
Genesis.
on Michael Pilmer's stream. How do you feel about the punk scene?
Well, have you
You
heard
know,
Ab-
it'd be good.
Oh, well, I had an interview
I did
question for you.
Abacab, which was a punk record. Listen.
You know, I was just looking. If Vincenzo had that record, the background would match it perfectly. It would look really in place
Yeah.
there. The background matches Phil's face. But what I want to say was like mentioning that Phil Collins record in a punk rock stream or whatever is pretty punk rock. Like when I was a teenager, I was in a punk rock band, and one of the most punk things I could think to do to my friends was to buy a Debbie Gibson tape and to play it in my car all the time when my friends were there. And I just did it to piss them off. But then I became a big Debbie Gibson fan because I started liking the record. So I think that's pretty punk for a punk rocker to start liking Debbie Gibson and join her fan club. I mean, that's pretty punk rock.
Yeah,
I mean,
Vincenzo, is that color on your wall? Is that Donald Trump orange?
It almost is.
I know,
right? Yeah.
I do not exactly remember what kind of orange that is. I know I got it like at a Walmart, and I mean I could go out to the garage and get it, but it's cold out there, and I don't want to go out to the garage to get a paint can, excuse me, just to say what the hell the color of orange it is. I think it's like maybe. If I were to give a random guess, I'd say it's like some sort of tangerine orange.
Perhaps a tangerine dream. Yeah.
I think Trump got his orange from Walmart too. I think.
Oh, yeah, of course. You got to mention
Absolutely.
the president, who I do not like mentioning his name.
Who?
Well, you know who.
Who?
I'm not saying his name.
My goodness.
Ooh.
Hey, Grease Paint, you coming up tomorrow for Jason's stream?
I hope so.
I'll be there.
Come on, man.
Yep, I got. I
Yeah,
bought a
Michael's
bunch of
coming.
beer. Yeah, bought a bunch of beer. It's chilling right now, so I should be good to go.
Mabu. What is that? Mabuaka? I'm so punk. I listen to Tiffany.
Tiffany.
Yeah, that's not. Tiffany's the wrong choice. You need to go Debbie Gibson. Look, I saw Tiffany and Debbie Gibson in concert together about a year and a half ago, and Debbie Gibson blew her off the stage. I mean, I think they're both friends, but there's no competition there, dude. No competition. Debbie Gibson's got perfect pitch. She writes most of her own songs. She plays instruments, piano and such. I don't think you can say that about Tiffany. I don't think you can say that about Tiffany. Oh, and here's something very punk rock about Debbie Gibson that none of y'all motherfuckers knew about. So when Debbie Gibson was at the height of her popularity, late 80s, something like that, she was dating the manager or the road manager of the Circle Jerks. And so there's footage of her online. If you search Debbie Gibson Circle Jerks, you'll see her at a Circle Jerks concert on stage singing a song called I Want to Destroy You with the Circle Jerks. And then she does a stage dive.
I would think you better be careful if you Google that.
Extremely punk.
Dude.
Michael, have you heard the Salt Boys, that 7-inch? I Want to Destroy You?
Yeah, that's a cover. It was a cover.
Yeah, it's a cover, yeah. That band's great, man. Soft Boys. Y'all ever heard that band?
You got to hear Debbie singing I Want to Destroy You. It's amazing.
I would love to see that, dude. That's fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. And now Low Noise is here. Jason's here.
Hey, Jason.
Maybe we can get him up on screen before we call it a day here. Hold on.
Get him up here, dude.
Yeah. Let me get this. Because we got to discuss the merits of Debbie Gibson and punk rock here.
I'm gonna do some research. Oh my god!
We just went from
Super punk.
Talking about losing punk points and now to Debbie Gibson.
I mean, look, dudes, if you really want proof, you just search Debbie Gibson Circle Jerks. It'll come up. You'll be amazed. And I remember seeing that footage happen way before YouTube. It was like in the 80s, and it was either on TV or somebody had it on VHS and showed me or something, but I was aware of it back then.
Well, Debbie Gibson came in at number 88 on my top 170s punk albums.
Good man. Good
Oh,
man.
well, I want to mention this. Like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, they are punk, but they're kind of like the post-punks, they're called. Is Killing Joke in your list?
Oh, I love Killing Joke. One of my favorite bands of all time.
No, Killing Joke didn't make my list, but are they? I thought they were like early 80s.
They are
late
early
70s.
hence the genre they've been known as post-punk.
Post-punk, yeah.
No, I really do enjoy Killing Joke. Yeah, but
Speaking of Killing Joke, I do have like the one album that nobody likes. Michael might be no longer.
I love the album.
yeah,
whatever
show
it
it,
is.
dude. Yeah.
I'll be right back.
It's the one. I bet you it's the one with Jazz's face on the cover. It's a big Jazz Coleman face on the cover. It's kind of their gothy album, if I'm not mistaken. I bet you that's the one he's going to show.
You're kind of close.
Oh, really?
Well, if you're thinking of Brighter Than a Thousand Suns.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
No, it's the one that came after it.
The techno one? Oh no, that's a good one. It's got a couple of not so great songs on it, but for the most part, that's a great record.
Yeah, that's cool. The one. I do have the one album that the whole fandom's like, we don't talk about that one.
Man, I would love to have that on vinyl. That's awesome that you have that.
Yeah, this was an original, and this was in near mint condition. I bought it for $24.
That's nice. Yeah, I like that record. There's like a rap song on there there's a song that turns into a rap song on there that I wasn't really. America.
Stay One Jump Ahead. That's the one that kind of goes into a rap.
Oh yeah, Stay One Jump Ahead. Yeah.
Funny you mentioned. I want to mention Brighter Than a Thousand Suns real quick. Funny story is that one time on one of Michael's chats, a bunch of us were talking about Shout. And then at one point, it's like, I like Shout because of its creative sounds in the Fairlight.
Devo Shout, right? Devo
Shout. And I said, well, I often like over-polished stuff, such as Welcome to Pleasure Dome and Brighter Than a Thousand Suns. And Michael just went, oh! And I'm like, did I just roast both the album?
Well, my experience with that Brighter Than a Thousand Suns record was, and it's kind of like this gothy synth Killing Joke album.
Yeah.
And my experience was I was working at a record store at the time here in Raleigh, and somebody had brought that record in as a return. They wanted to return it because it was defective or whatever. So I had to listen to it to make sure that we were going to return it to the manufacturer. But I listened to it, and I kept listening to it over and over because it was the one thing I had open that I could listen to at work. And I loved it. I fell in love with that record just because I heard it so many times.
Don't get me wrong. I definitely love that album too. Rubicon is probably my favorite track.
All right. Low Noise is making some more comments, but he's not coming up here. What's up? Are you not dressed?
Jason, come on, man. Yeah, put some pants on. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Or take your pants off and let's do it. Come on.
Yeah.
Shit, man.
No pants gang.
Dude, I'm priming the pub for tomorrow.
We got a baby food festival to plan.
Oh,
absolutely.
There we go again. Once this live chat is over, I'm gonna rewatch this live stream and just point out all the times we mentioned baby food festival.
You're gonna have to drink alcohol every time we mention, even if you don't drink.
I had mentioned this in Jason's last live stream. I was talking about it. I said, like, when you make content, I cannot watch my own videos because I just get cringed out, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't like myself, and like when I watch myself, I'm like,
yeah.
I'll tell you, Vincenzo, I know you're not there. I'm staring at your Donald Trump wall, but don't rewatch this. Just live it live, dude. It's like a live show when you go there. Don't videotape it.
No, I need the views. I need the views. Rewatch it 100 times.
Okay.
Watch it again.
Hello.
And speaking of which, let me just say, since I am a monetized channel, your tips are always appreciated, and we love you for that. And so anytime anybody wants to throw a tip, they can do that, and I'll spend it on records or cat food. I promise.
What else are you going to spend it on?
Well, there's a lot of other things, but I promise to spend.
That is true, but priorities, right?
I got to keep it, channel specific here. Music, cats, art. We got to keep it that.
Fair enough.
Vinyl Richie didn't come up here. Jason didn't come up here. We got dissed. Oh, I got my PJs on and a blanket, Jason says.
So come on up, dude. Come on, man.
What? That's not punk? Maybe he's saying the PJs aren't punk.
No, PJs are punk, dude. I saw the Dickies and the bass player was in a onesie pajama suit thing or whatever. Yeah, you can come up, dude.
He lives in Raleigh now, that guy.
Oh, no kidding. Wow.
Yeah, he just moved here recently. Actually, a couple of years ago when the Dickies played here, he showed up backstage and totally blew Stan Lee's mind because he was like, wait, you live in LA. What are you doing in North Carolina? And so I guess a lot of LA people are moving out here.
Dude, you remember MySpace? You remember that?
I used to run Devo's MySpace page. Yes. Of course.
Yeah. So,
I remember MySpace even though I was too young to even have one.
Dude, when MySpace started, I made one, right? And I sent a comment to Stan Lee. Just to see, and he responded to me, and I was like, "Whoa!" I was a kid. I was like, "Whoa!"
What did he say? What did he say?
I think I just told him I was like, "Dude, you're amazing," or something stupid, And he responded to me. He was really cool.
Yeah,
and then I remember also sending one to Legs McNeil, and Legs McNeil wrote the book "Please Kill Me."
Yeah,
it was like it's the punk Bible, dude.
I have it.
Yeah, and I remember sending a comment to Legs McNeil going, "Hey Legs, what's up?" And I had a profile picture of me in like Ray-Bans and a leopard shirt. And he sent me a comment and he said, I said to him, "What's up?" And he goes, "Not your shirt, dude."
That's great.
And that was awesome, dude. That was great.
Back when I would get messages like that back in the day when I first got internet or whatever, I would print them out and save them. Like when I got my first email from Tony James of Zig Zig Sputnik, or when I got my first email from Devo, I have that all printed out and saved somewhere.
I should have saved that one, dude, because that was hilarious, dude. Legs McNeil did not like my shirt.
That's a screenshot right there.
Yeah, totally.
All right. So, Max Mars is here. Let me just say hi to Max Mars. Max Mars has been sending me boxes of things. He sent me the first box, which I'm going to post the unboxing tomorrow morning. But he's basically been purging things from his house, music, other weird stuff. And he sent me one of, I think, 3 boxes that are coming to me. So the first unboxing will be tomorrow. Max Mars, we love you. Thank you for your incredible donations to my weird hoard here, because I got baby food festival flyers. I got all kinds of stuff. I accept it all. But yeah, I guess we should probably wind this up.
Yeah.
I'm going to meet you guys tomorrow night on your thing in Majig. And what time does it start? What time does Jason start?
It's 7 p.m. Eastern time, I think.
Same time mine starts. Okay, great. And yeah, he could have, I guess, got on here to promote his own stream, but I'll do it for him. Low Noise Jason Skills is having a stream tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern time, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So punk rock nerds, weirdos, people that like pajamas, baby food, everybody
Baby
should
food
show up.
festival enthusiasts.
Yeah. And we're going to really get him in the baby food band, right, Ryan?
Oh, absolutely, dude. He's going to play the synth in Baby Food Festival. And the great thing about it is not only is it Baby Food Festival, but the acronym for it is BFF, and we are best friends forever.
Oh, we are baby food forever.
Baby food forever.
Baby food forever.
Oh, eating baby food forever would be bad.
There's an idea for like the first song for the album.
What is it?
Rusty Michael has a question for you, Mr. Mister.
I didn't know hand language. I was just doing nonsense like this because I wanted to. It's fun.
No, it's like subliminal.
Yeah,
hand language.
it's subliminal hand messaging. But
You're
I'm going
saying
to.
something.
I am going to go along with it and say people have been asking about the Musical Box show for at least a couple hours, and people are really interested in that for whatever reason. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I think you just said something really rude to people who know hand language.
Like, stop asking me about the musical box show, idiot.
Yeah, it was probably
Die.
something about. I think you just said something about pedophilia right there.
Oh, that
I'm
was
not
not my
mistaken.
intention. I'm clearly not fluent in nonsense sign language.
Yeah, be careful with the hand language.
Oh,
You could.
yeah. I'll have to brush up on my.
All right,
my
everybody.
skills.
Yeah, Jason, thanks for the shout out. He says, yeah, we're gonna come over there and fuck your shit up tomorrow.
Oh, dude, tomorrow we're gonna get rowdy. It's gonna be wild. Come on.
I'm gonna get you back for not coming on my stream, Low Noise Jason. I'm gonna get you back. You wait. So I'm gonna bring the noise. That's all I'm saying. I'm bringing the noise to your shit tomorrow. You better be prepared. All right. So look, guys. Grease Paint. I'm sorry we didn't get you on here longer to talk longer, but I'm already a tired old man by the time you got here.
Nope, that's cool. I appreciate you allowing me on. So,
well, please come back next time. I do this every Thursday at 7 p.m. I would love to have you guys back to discuss some stuff like this. Debbie Gibson, especially baby food. And I think I'm going to change my channel to Debbie Gibson baby food and hand sign language or something like that.
Yeah, I'll definitely be coming back for some live streams. Me and the Donald Trump wall is someone.
And Phil
Look at
Collins
face.
is
Look
Donald
at how the
Trump
face.
lighting.
Dude, it's the same color.
Oh, yeah.
It's the same
Oh,
color.
oh,
He's got it too. He's got it too.
Oh,
yeah. Which one of you said this one would match with the
Phil
wall?
Collins double
Me.
team.
I said it.
Fantastic, dude.
Oh,
Yeah,
I should.
so
What a
This
great.
is a-
Okay, look.
This right
So
here is
what
a battle
great
for the
way.
ages. This is the
What
first
a great
record I ever
way.
bought. Peter Gabriel's 4th album. Right.
good.
They're
What a
fighting.
great way. What a great way to end the stream with a bunch of Phil Collins on the stream. All right,
The
so
ultimate.
you guys, we'll see you later. All right, one by one, I'm going to let you go. Okay, Vincenzo, great seeing you again, brother. We haven't talked in a long time. Good to see you. All right.
Good here. I'll be signing off whenever you sign me off.
All right, we're going right now.
Okay.
See you, brother. All right. Now, next up,
Goodbye.
my friend, Mr. We're going to see you later. Thanks for your sign language and for offending everybody who reads sign language. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, and Ryan, Mr. Punk Rock. We're going to talk to you again, and it'll be tomorrow night.
Yeah, it was a pleasure, dude. I'm looking forward to it, man.
All right, brother. We'll see you next time.
Cheers, dude.
All right, you guys. All right, you guys. Everybody in the chat, thank you so much for being here. Sorry we were just kind of caught in conversation, but I think you guys were in your own conversation, which is nice. I'm going to leave you guys with what I love to leave you with, which is some brutal electronic noise. Thank you again, everybody. Let me just check real quick. Oh, we got lots of good likes. We got lots of likes, lots of thumbs up. Thank you, people. That helps the YouTube algorithm be happy, and we appreciate it. Oh, Jesse Van Aglen. Sorry you got here late, brother. We do this from 7 to typically 9 Thursdays, but we're going to leave you with some noise from this circuit bent baby room monitor. It's got punk rock spikes on it, as you can see, and all of those are touch sensitive. And I'm going to make some noise for you. Thank you, guys. May the rock and roll gods bless you if they has blessed me. And here we go. Oh, there we go. Yeah.